girly drinks, we drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer.
Yeah,
no
baby.
champagne or girly drinks, we drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer.
When a guy's banging you, you spin off of him. Those are the worst defenders to play against, actually, because if you can feel their body, come on.
We are back for a Thursday night here. What is going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome. There's Mal in the house. You got a Slurpee? You got a 7-Eleven?
Milkshake. Bubble tea.
Oh, bubble tea. Oh, fancy Indian Slurpee. I see what you did there.
It's funny you going.
Welcome back to Todd, back in the house tonight. So great to have you back, my friend.
Good to be back.
Mal's back home this week, so hopefully Pops is doing all right.
Yep.
Or better. Yeah. Good to go. The hell was that?
No, those are my daughter's freaking cat that I want to strangle every freaking day.
First you had the dogs, then you got the cats too.
Jumping around. I'm not a cat person, but my daughter had got one, didn't even ask us, but she got one.
That's the best way to do it.
Just brought the cat home and be like, hey, I got a new pet.
It's easier to ask forgiveness than permission.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that too, but it's a cat. What if somebody had allergies? What if somebody was allergic to the cat?
Well, some of my family is allergic to it, and they come over Thanksgiving and Christmas, so they deal with it.
Oh, that's funny. Well,
Get my water gun out.
I was gonna say get your gun. I mean, I know you're in Indiana, but I didn't know what was happening. Is something popping off out in the cornfield? What's happening over there?
I'm even good.
Actually, the grass looks pretty cut back there now.
Oh,
you must have mowed it all out.
All I gotta do is show it to him, and he takes off running. Oh yeah, let's get it last night.
Yeah, looks good out there.
Well, what you're seeing mostly is the farm that's behind it.
Well, I can see the grass right behind too, though. So
yeah.
looks
Screwed
freshly
up.
mowed.
I was spraying some Roundup a couple weeks ago, and I guess the wind was blowing a little bit, and it must have carried over on my side of the fence, and it's killed some of the grass. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh no.
Yeah, but oh well. I guess let's have to cut, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's no good there. Vanessa's in the house. She was here early. She said earlier, but then she came back for the countdown. Missed the Alkinoff thing. It was last night. I was on the Alkinoff thing, and it's still on there. I'm going to upload a replay of it on the channel here probably tomorrow. So, and it'll be on the podcast. Hi, Todd, you were MIA. Did you work on the AI to further improve that green screen?
I was Vanessa. That's exactly what
Hey, Mal, hey,
like
Rod.
sunlight's coming through, you know.
Yeah, that green screen brightness
Special
is
effects
something.
in full effect.
Like you can put a sun into it. Oh, Rusty's in the house. Cheers, Rusty. Great to see you as well, my friend. But yeah, so what flavor bubble tea are you drinking on there, Mal?
Honeydew melon.
Honeydew melon. I've actually never had a bubble tea.
Lunch.
You ordered what for lunch?
I ordered sushi for lunch, and they do bubble tea, so I got a bubble tea too.
Is that the one that's got the little beads in it? Inside
Yeah, it's got the little things in there.
Yeah.
The tapioca things.
Fancy.
I didn't even know a Japanese restaurant could do bubble tea. I thought it had to be an Indian exclusive. So,
You know, I don't think they've put too many rules on them. They're like, hey, that sells well. Let's do that.
I've never seen one at a sushi restaurant where you can get it. I've always seen them at the Indian restaurants. But you know, it's a free market enterprise. So there you go. If you can make bubble tea, why not? Maybe one day I'll try it. Huh?
I like having bubble tea with sushi. This place also does a sushi burrito.
That's original.
Burrito.
Yeah. So you pick 3 meats that you want in it, and then it also has like lettuce and carrots and the cucumber and stuff in there, and then jalapeno and cilantro, and then the rice, and it's wrapped in seaweed, but it looks like a little burrito, and that was really unusual. and I had to order it to find out what it was like. But it was quite tasty, so kudos to them. Sushi burrito.
Interesting.
There's some interesting stuff going on there in Chicago. You got
Oh, for
ramen,
sure.
fried, with the fried ramen in a burrito, and you got
Oh,
sushi in a burrito.
Those, yep.
Yeah.
What do you call that? You can't really call that Tex-Mex because it's not, it's Mexican.
No, that would be
Tex or well, yeah, with the
Okay.
burrito part mix. Yeah.
Jack-Mex, I don't know what you.
Japanex. Japanex.
That is an interesting one.
Novelty food, Shannon says.
Novelty. Yeah.
Well, when you're in, a place as large as Chicago with that many restaurants, you got to do something to set yourself apart, and so they're trying to come up with something that'll
True.
make them different from the others. I've certainly never seen a sushi burrito anywhere else.
No.
So
I've never seen one. I've never knew there was one existed to now.
it
So,
was very tasty, though. They did
Yeah.
a good job.
but then on the Alkanaut show last night, I found out about other stuff they were doing and some beers I had not heard of either. So that was interesting. Which was one they uploaded today was a curry beer, curry something beer. It wasn't curry chicken.
yeah.
It was curry something beer. Yeah.
I saw
that
the
was-
notification pop up, but the tow truck was taking away my car at the time, so I didn't watch it.
Oh
yet.
no, the car broke down.
Flat tires.
Oh, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta stop
It's
getting
okay,
that
the
New
shop has
Belgium.
it now. So
Yep.
Stop drinking that New Belgium. Getting flat tires.
nice.
Large tapioca pearls. Yeah, and the bubble tea, the tapioca pearls. I guess that's what they're called.
Yep.
Robert in the house. Cheers. I will stick to bubble beer.
Oh,
What's bubble?
bubble brewing. I mean, there's a bubble brewing around here. I'll go with
Bubble.
that.
Well, I said a bubble tea. He wants a bubble beer.
Yeah.
So yeah. Maybe that's a new creation in a way. But then you have tapioca pearls in beer. Could that work?
Well, I don't think it would cause any trouble to the beer.
Possible.
Probably not. How? I don't know. JT said how like hi or how like he's Native American right now or how like talking about the sushi burrito. So I
James,
think he's right.
I'm kind of insulted by your Native American reference. I take that to heart a little bit. So
I don't know which way James is going yet. We'll have to let him clarify that. Cheeseburger wrapped in seaweed. I don't know if I would want that, but I would bet there probably is a burger wrapped in seaweed over
I've
in
seen
Asia.
like lettuce where they do the lettuce instead of the bun, like a lettuce wrap burger.
Yeah, so you
I've
can have a
seen
seaweed.
those.
You can have a seaweed burger.
Yeah.
So seaweed's really not that different. Why not?
Good point.
Japanese Cowboy is a song by Ween.
Thanks.
Just a random fact he's throwing out there. Rusty and Robert, Drew's in the house. Hey, let's get hey, Howie.
Hey, Howie.
Boston baked beans for some truly bubble. Yeah, that'll bubble up in you. That'll be a
Yeah,
different
no
type
doubt.
of bubbling.
That's some true.
Although they are good though. Just sit around the fire like blazing saddles. Kettles in the house. Cheers.
I thought the Boston baked beans were like a candy.
There is a candy, but then there's I think there's Boston baked beans. There's Boston baked beans you actually bake too, like in a restaurant. But there's a candy.
It's like peanuts in a candy shell, right? Is that what I'm thinking of?
I thought it was like little red candy or something. It's been so long. I mean, but it came like in a little box, like thing. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kettlehead in the house. What is up, my friend? Great to have you as always. JT and Kettle, and then back. Hey, Vanessa. So there we go. Salutations. Boston baked beans been overnight. Bacon in a bean pot. Yeah. Put some thick bacon in there too.
Okay, so it is actual baked beans then. Got it.
Yeah. But there is a candy. There is a candy that's like Boston baked bean too.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about there. But what not is a candy is a beer. And I'm about to crack open a beer. So this is going to be a Beer Man exclusive. Because I asked him to do a review or doing a live stream. And he was like, what are you going to do? He's like, yeah, you can do a live stream. That's fine as well too. So Bubble Guy craft beer from our great buddy Beer Man out in Oregon. It says
Baboo.
Baboo West Coast IPA, which was sent to me by Bill, aka Beer Hounds. This one he actually brewed up at 6.9% ABV. IBU, he says 67-ish. 67-ish. So
Ish.
that's 66-ish. Not like 67 shit, like when people say ish for shit, but just 67-ish, like in that 67 ballpark.
Wasn't Sweet Babu what Sally used to call Linus on Peanuts? Sweet Babu?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't think so.
Because as soon as you said Babu, all I could think of was Sally from Peanuts. I feel like that's what she used to call Linus. And he hated it.
It was actually 6.8% ABV, not 6.9. So, grain, 2-row, caramel, 40L, Carrot Pills, Victory, Hops, Galaxy, Belma, Strata, and Barbie Rouge. So, yeah, let's crack this baby open. Shout out to you, Beer Man. Let's see what you brewed, my friend.
Nice.
First ever Beer Man Bubble Gut brewing beer. Good look to it.
It's got bubbles.
Got bubbles. Got a color there. I mean, that's an IPA SRM. Look, I can do the light behind it. You can see that light coming through. That's the light. Is there a song, Light Shining Through or something? I know there's Shine On, but I know isn't there one shining through?
Probably. I don't know. Can't think of one offhand, but kind of sounds familiar when you say that, but I don't really know.
Decent aroma.
No, it's it's colors shining through.
I see your true colors shining to you, right?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. There you go. Nice little floral citrusy feel in the nose. Aromas are pretty decent. That's actually pretty good. Not that I'm surprised. Not that I'm surprised. It's pretty good. I'm just saying, it's actually pretty good. I mean, because he was wondering how I was going to do when I actually tasted it and stuff. But no, it's got a little bit of that syrupy type texture to it that I get with basically all the West Coast type IPAs. It's got a little bit of a sweetness, but a nice rise of the malts to offset it against the hops. It's got a nice little piney sensation. Not as dank, but still resiny. Definitely West Coast. Look at the lacing. Nice lacing taking place there, too. Did a pretty damn good job, Beer Man, my buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very nice. He's working. He's got all different types of stuff he's been doing.
It's awesome.
Beer Man did a great job with this one. I'm digging this. These are nice aftertaste in the mouth, too. I mean, this is true West Coast. Throw it back. Throw your W's in the air. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice.
Not
too heavy.
Himself, or was that like a brew kit or something?
That's what he came up with. He was doing some dedication type beers. So I think this is one he made for Hounds at the time, because he did a couple other ones for some of the other different people kind of doing. He's not doing any right now, but yeah, pretty cool on the little label he put on there. He has like it's like a black owl. See it there?
Yeah, I like the label. Yeah, the label's cool.
Yeah, pretty cool there. Oh yeah, Beer Man, send me some beers anytime, my friend, anytime.
I was gonna
The
say,
mail room is always open.
I'll have one to drink with you.
Mm-hmm.
What you having?
This is, I'm cleaning out my fridge beer time is what this is. Sierra Nevada Hot Bullet Magnum Edition.
Oh, Hot Bullet. There you go.
Nice.
So,
I just had somebody reply on the Hot Bullet video. They just got us some Hot Bullet today.
there you go. So I've had this one before. It's pretty decent. Have you?
Yeah, well, that's different. That's different than the previous version, though.
Well, I don't know. It's kind
Is that the first one you had for this year?
No, this is last year's, I think. Still.
No, well, that came out this year. Unless you got one from.
Let's see. Trying to see
What was in your fridge? If you had it.
out. Well, I'm trying to get the rest of the beer from coming out. So 53 packages. Yeah, this is last year's 11/22.
Okay, the end of the year
That's
last
all.
year. All right.
Set out
Yeah.
Dig out the back of the fridge. I was like, I need to clean some of this stuff out. So I was like, I'm gonna drink something tonight. Let's see how it holds up. And it's 9.5%. So
Yeah, it's 9.5. The hot bullet that came out a few years back was 7.5 because that was 2% higher.
Yeah.
So
I didn't realize I had it that long, but I was like, it was the last straggling can in there. It was like had to go way deep and to get that one.
yeah. And you're not drinking anything yet, Mal, right? You're just drinking your tea right now.
No,
Or did you get a beer?
I started with the bubble tea, and since I was already drinking something, I was like, oh, they'll go first. I got one. I'm just waiting. So I can sip on the bubble tea till they're done talking about theirs. I'm good.
Okay.
So this is from Roaring Table Brewing Company in Lake Zurich, Illinois. It's called Tuba Solo Hazy India Pale Ale. It is 7.35% ABV. 7.35. That's very specific.
Kind of random.
That is.
Actually enough, they actually double labeled this one, and it's like off kilter, and it's just very oddly, like they have the words twice, and it's just janky. So it kind of amused me a little bit because the label's like diagonal, and there's two of them.
You think it was a mistake on their part, or is that trying to be their market? Did you see other cans like that?
I found this one in the fridge. I'm not even sure when I got it, so I have no idea. It was probably a gift from somebody. I just don't know. But yeah,
That's funny.
they do go out of their way to mention that they built this hazy IPA by hand with a ridiculous amount of hops at our absurdly impractical taproom brewery in Lake Zurich. I like that they call their taproom absurdly impractical. They're in like a strip mall, and it's a really long, skinny brewery, and they have all the brewing stuff in the back and just enough room for the bathrooms and a brewer to be walking back there. And then the front is still long and skinny. So I get it. Like, they don't have a lot of space to do things. It's funny as heck. But this has Mosaic, Citra, Galaxy, and Eldorado in it. And I have the most lovely glass. Just wanted to let you all know.
Maybe that's why the label was that way then. It was kind of like an absurdly weird type space.
Maybe. I mean, it must have happened during canning because there's two of their own labels stuck on there. It's just the second one went on kind of wonky. The first one was straight. I don't know. But yeah.
Kind of
somebody dipped into the beer too soon when they were doing that one.
Right?
Might have enjoyed a couple while the canning was happening, perhaps.
Taste test at its finest.
It smells a little dank, though. I'm getting, well, yeah, Eldorado, Mosaic, yeah, and Galaxy. So yeah, I guess dank I should be expecting.
Little Cheech and Chong in the glass.
Yeah, I'm getting orange peel too. So that's some of the Citra. Diving in. Ooh. Oh, wow. That did crazy stuff.
Oh, okay. Little party going on there.
The front was all tangerine, strangely enough. I got like tangerine and citrus, and it just attacked with the citrus. And then all of a sudden, it just did an about face and dropped off dank and dry. So that one took me a couple places. That's kind of tasty.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. I wish I had more than just one in the fridge. I wish I knew where I got it from. It was probably from one of the beer fests. Everyone kind of trades around cans at the end of the beer fests and stuff. So
yeah.
But yeah.
I don't want to take all this back. You take it. You take it.
Well, if you can trade away to other people, you have to carry less back to the brewery, and you get to keep the fun stuff you got from other people. It's just kind of nice.
Yeah, it works out well.
It does.
Emerson in the house with a raw tot of Mal's. So glad the band is back together. Did anyone tell Toddy to drink a bottle of vodka? Yeah, I didn't tell him yet. I remember that earlier before we were going to go on. Yeah, Todd, you're supposed to drink a bottle of vodka because Emerson was doing super chats last week.
Like a whole bottle?
Yes. Yes.
Technically, he didn't say the size of the bottle, so it could be one of the little ones.
Is there? Get the
Trying to
plastic
make
bottle.
this my
Get the
last
plastic
episode
bottle
ever.
so you can shotgun it.
Ooh, the plastic pop off. Pop
I'll
off.
say this could be my last episode ever then.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the plastic bottle, shotgun it. You'll be fine.
Is pop off the worst vodka out there? I kind of think it is. It's always like in a plastic thing at the bottom of the shelf.
Red Eye or
I think
Is it the red label? Pop off is pretty bad.
I
Yeah.
think the worst
Pop
I
Off,
had was
yeah.
Gordon's. They
I
do
think that
gin
went
and
downstairs.
Well,
vodka.
Gordon's is gin though. I don't
know,
think they
but-
do vodka, do they?
I thought they had a vodka. I thought they
I
had
never- okay.
a vodka and something else like a rum or something. I thought that they had a couple. Well,
I've
now
never
that-
seen them. Yeah, I just know them from the gin part. But
I don't know. Not really sure.
it's like the pop off is like the Rite Aid vodka. Like you can find it in Rite Aids and Walgreens, depending on the states.
It's the dollar
like-
store, the Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree brand.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
They,
and the
there
people
is
show up with a
Gordon's
jug
vodka.
up with it all the time. They do have vodka.
There is a Gordon's vodka, yes.
I mean, that might be bad.
I don't know if it's the same company though. I just know that there is a Gordon's vodka, and
Is
it
it like a yellow label on the vodka for
no,
Gordon's?
it's blue label. But it was possibly it was like drinking kerosene. Honestly, it was atrocious.
Pretty tasty.
And I'm not going to explain why I have drunk kerosene in the past, but yeah, I don't recommend it ever. But that's what the Gordon's vodka tasted like to me.
Were you out there siphoning gas sometime from somebody else's car?
No, I had a full can of kerosene fall on me when I was 6 years old in the garage. So I was coated in the stuff and got to taste it a little bit. Dad was real panicky trying to get me cleaned up.
It like fell off the top of a shelf or something?
Yeah, I
Like,
was up on a shelf and I was getting something else down from the shelf and it just toppled off and I was coated head to toe in kerosene.
oh wow.
So yeah, that was a little scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't recommend. It's really nasty to taste. And it's not great for your eyes either. That was really unpleasant
Not at all. Kettles.
that day.
Speaking of Dreadnought, that very nice call with the Dreadnought from Three Floyds. The candy was named after the bean dish. So yeah, see, the candy was after the bean dish. Yes, Bubble Gut is the name of Beer Man's Brewery. Bubble Gut craft beer.
Nice.
Cool label.
Navy bean, salt pork, diced onion, dry mustard, molasses, brown sugar. Hey, Emerson, I have a can of Neft vodka. Neft? Neft? I don't think I've ever seen Neft. It's got head. Yes, it did. It did have a good head on it. Too early for those jokes. What's up, BC? Cheers, my friend. Great to see you.
It's never too early for those jokes.
Probably not. BC, what is up? What is going on? Hey, Vanessa, how you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
Drinking some Eddie Fitz Porter by Great Lakes. Yeah. Fitzgerald, it's pretty good. That's a pretty good one from
It
Great
is.
Lakes. It's got head. That's what she said.
I was gonna say that, but you know.
Yeah. But you're going out to Vegas next week, right? Oh, you're not going now? Because I'm not going to be going either.
No, unfortunately, I wasn't able to. But the Craft Beer Marketing Awards, they're not doing like a thing anymore. They're just doing it like through Facebook or something. Facebook Live.
They're doing like a live stream, but they were doing it from there last year. But now they're going to just do a live stream then.
Yeah. So when they changed that, I couldn't convince my work that I'm just going to go for funsies, and they're like, "Yeah, no, you're not."
No,
Yeah, I'll probably try to tune in when I can, see what they did. Because I think it's usually during the time when I'm working, but I'll put it on the background to see.
I had a lot of fun judging though, because I was doing like the video category.
Yeah, what category you had again? It was
I had the best original video for either for the place, and then best original packaging for a bottle.
so you had two categories then.
I
Okay.
had two, yeah.
Yeah, I had 2 as well. I know Dave, I think he just had the 1. So yeah.
But the video one, there were 12 entries, and they were really good. They did a really good job. Some of them were hilarious. I
Yeah.
mean, they're all marketing, but they were so funny. Like, I really enjoyed judging that category.
Yeah. Yeah, I had best use of social media, and then I had best on-site beer garden or beer room type thing. A couple of them were kind of like, I felt like they just melded in. I didn't feel as like, you know, they were as good. Like they were just like, because one of your things was like this fear of missing out type thing. Like you saw you feared if you didn't go, you weren't going to have fun because it looked like a fun environment. And a couple were like, man, they're not really doing anything. It's not really anything to really throw, but a couple of them were pretty good. So.
Well, I'll tell you, they weren't pulling any punches on the videos, man. Those were stellar. Like,
yeah.
I mean, a couple of them were just, them filming in the tap room and just silliness. But I mean, some of them, they put real production value and like acting and props and stuff. Like they really went for it. So
yeah, a lot of them. I mean, they're proud when they get their award and stuff. And this year, the change that I saw is last year you could just put a score and then move to the next one. And this year, like you had to fill in all the stuff. So you had to type something in all the boxes this year, which is good. But it was kind of like, don't be in that last second type thing. Because I found out early, like, I got to make sure I get these done. Because last year, you could just like do the score. You could skip some if you needed to just to move them ahead. So I'm kind of glad they actually did that because then it made it more important to always get something out of it.
Well, for sure. I mean, and like the boxes they had, it was your notes, and then it was constructive criticism. They actually called it constructive criticism. Don't just get stuck. And then what was the things that you wanted to praise about them? So, like the stuff you liked. So I think that's great. It's more well-rounded. It's going to help those people who are planning on getting in next year to improve their product and stuff. It's good.
Yeah.
It was thorough.
So how many categories were there all around altogether?
Hundreds, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what the total number is because when you got the judging thing, they just sent you your categories.
Right. Yeah.
So like, and I know when Dave had wasn't either the one that me or Mal had. He had a different one too. So.
But the number of actual judges they had was ridiculous. Like it just went on and on and on and on, and so they had a lot of judges. I have to imagine they had a lot of categories.
Yeah. I think it was. I want to say it was like over 100 judges possibly that they had on there.
Oh, it was well over.
Way more than that, maybe. Yeah.
So they do send you videos of the category you were judging, so you
know. They sent me a file with the links to everything. A lot of the videos were just on YouTube, but private for us to view. And I mean, it was 12 videos in the category, so it did take some time. I mean, some of them were much longer. Like I think the longest one was like 7 to 10 minutes. So and I have to watch them a couple times when I'm trying to come up with the criticisms and the the things to say. So it did take time for sure. Yeah,
the categories you had to go through them, and definitely the one I had there. And the one I had, it was like I felt like I had to think more this year than I did last year on stuff, just because it was like the social media type thing. How they could have used it, what they could have used it, it's like the criticism part where you saw an opportunity or maybe they didn't see it type thing. So,
right.
And then, and that one I had like, I think 12 entries. And the one for the tap room thing, I had like 6 or 7 entries for that one. That wasn't as huge, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the packaging of the bottle, there was only 3 entries. So, and
oh, really? For that one? Okay.
Yeah. And 2 of them were from other countries. So, 2 of them also had videos showing their packaging. And I could not understand what they were saying, but I could see the packaging. So I guess
I'd buy it.
There's people putting a lot of work into their packaging though, for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty in-depth stuff there then.
Yeah, it was a little intense.
Emerson's drinking a tropical beer hug, 9.9%, Goose Island. Face is numb and a voice keep telling me lose the pants. I don't know. I'm watching at the public library, maybe. You lot of the tropical.
You won't be watching long then if you do that.
You've had a lot of the tropical beer hugs lately. You must have got like a case of that stuff where you're just really into it right now. Which I've had it. I've had it when I was out in Florida last year. It's actually the warmer weather and easy one to put down, but at 9.9 it will catch up with you.
But he's mentioning that the voices are telling him to lose the pants, and aren't they always telling you that? I thought that was just kind of an hourly occurrence. Like, this isn't special. This is just how you live, right?
The bigger question is what voice told him to put the pants on. So, that's definitely counterculture. What is up, Dave? Cheers, my friend. Speaking of beer in front, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend right there. We were just talking about some of the award stuff for next week.
Yep.
And what category did you have again too, Dave? I can't remember offhand. Hey, Emerson. Hey, beer in front. Hey, Vanessa. I follow a South Korean leather worker. His videos usually have closed captions to follow along. Yeah, makes sense to do that. And some of the stuff now, when you're in other countries, they're starting to do it where you can do it in other languages where it's being shown at. That's a big rollout coming from YouTube. So
it depends on using Google Translate, because that could end up with a lot of problems.
Yeah. Well, yeah, right. So, but YouTube is building something out for it that I think it's supposed to roll out later this year. But if somebody's like watching your video in Brazil, it'll come across in their language when they're actually watching it or something, I think.
Ooh.
So they're trying to do something. It's supposed to like getting dubbed, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Something they're working on there. I remember them talking about it.
Gosh, the time consumption for just dubbing every video on YouTube seems...
Well, you don't have to now with AI.
So
AI does it. AI does it like that. AI can just
like, holy crap, really?
Like,
it'd be kind of like watching the old Godzillas back in the day.
Oh, those are my favorites.
Yeah, it's like sometimes my wife can be like, she needs a Excel spreadsheet for work. You just tell AI what she needs, and 5 minutes is right there. You don't have to worry about having anybody sit there, type, figure it out like that. And all the formulas work and takes the human error out of it. So why can't baseball do that with umpires?
I've said that for several years now.
I mean, eventually it's going to be, umpire will be kind of obsolete, but they're still going to have them because of the tradition of the game. So
getting close, because in AAA last year you were able to bring it up
decision.
Yeah, to decide on if it was. So they have, I don't know if they have set number per game. I'm not sure, but the game I was at, there was like 9 decisions, where they just hit a buzzer or whatever, and then they'd go to the booth and look at it again. And this was like on balls and strikes, so it's getting close.
Well, Real Sports showed like 2-3 years ago the technology's already done.
Yeah,
it's just that baseball won't roll it out or whatever. I think there's something to people they want to have the human error in the game. They like that little facet of it.
Kind of done it with football, right? Where you can,
to a point, you can't challenge everything. You can challenge a couple key things here or there, but but it's limited. But yeah,
football's much harder because there's so much more going on at the same time than baseball would be. But I'm thinking balls and strikes almost should be a no-brainer, I guess. But you're right, though, the human element until it goes against you, then you want to bitch about it. But like, why?
Shut up, computer. Shut up.
Yeah. Or even like the human aspect of it's like, oh, that was a call strike and it should have been a ball, and they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah. You just see such bad calls during games, so you're like, seriously, like, yeah. Dave had beer can designs. That was a pretty cool category there.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
I bet there were a lot of entries for that one.
Yeah, how many entries did you have in your thing, Dave?
There's got to be like a ton of entries for that.
Automatic translate into captions. It gets pretty close. Like typos, your brain gets most of the mistakes. Yeah, I mean, there's ways you can do that in there. There's certain programs now you can put it in and it'll do a caption for you as well.
Nice.
I don't know if it'll be 100% by the time YouTube rolls it out, but it'll be pretty close. I did not see Boston Dynamics' new robot. Retired Atlas 2 days ago from the new all-electric model. What is the Atlas, though? Yeah. But it's funny. I mean, technology changes things. As a kid, you go on a road trip with your parents and they had a map. Now, you don't have to need a map. You got GPS does everything for you. You hope. Unless you see the episode of The Office when it drives Michael into the lake. Like, take it right here. He's just following it and he ends up in the lake.
Shannon's dad used to drive a semi truck and haul, what do you haul, cars and stuff for Ford or whatever? Yeah. And deliver like cars to dealerships or whatever. And I remember back when her and I just started dating, he'd have his map out and like, figure out his map or, his travels for the night or whatever before he left in the morning.
Yeah.
He'd sit there and I was like, good Lord. It's like, man, now you got GPS. It's like, that'd be a savior. I was like,
well, I went on a lot of road trips with my dad, so I did the atlas. Like I would decide the route and stuff, and we would discuss it and everything. So I was navigator kind of. So learned to read maps really well. When I started driving, and later on when GPS and all that came out, I took to it and I was really pleased with it. So I kept using it. And I remember my father saying, "Oh, this is just silly, and you don't need that." Da, 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 da. Just this last week when I was visiting him, there was a point where we had to drive somewhere and he pulled out his phone and turned on his maps and had it talking at me while I'm driving. And I'm like, could you turn that thing off? And he's like, well, you can't go anywhere without these now. Well, how the tables have turned, okay? Yeah. It was really funny. I was like, oh, all right.
See, now he's fall prisoner to the machine now. So now he's onto it.
I think we all have, really.
And then whenever we took trips, my dad, of course, would be like, who needs a map? I'll get there, figure it out.
We generally have to go in a westerly direction. Once we hit the river, we've gone too far. I got this.
Too far. It's kind of wet in here right now.
I don't know you live there. I wish Trez was on here, but going to Reds games, coming back, we've been in bad parts of Cincinnati that us white people probably shouldn't have been in.
You guys are driving around like the Griswolds there. Yes. Let me ask this guy for directions.
Well, before I had GPS, I ended up in East St. Louis at dusk once. I don't recommend. Yeah. I had to turn my little happy self around and go around the city.
Wasn't it, in St. Louis?
It was it St. Louis or Detroit? It was one of the cities, yeah.
I think it was like,
the guy sent him down the alley or whatever. The guy was just stealing his hubcap place, talking to the guy. Oh, yeah. I tell you, when it comes to the maps and GPS, I'm pretty sure that the male gender was pretty much happier than the female gender when it came out, because the men never had to hear the wife start saying again, "Why don't you stop my directions? Why don't you stop my directions?" That's something the women would always say to the guys. So you don't have to hear that anymore.
Also, kind of reminds me, I was on a trip out in Iowa for work, and out in the middle of the cornfields, literally, and my GPS, just like there was no signal, nothing. It was like I had no idea where I was going. I was like, "Oh, come on, please come back on." Like
the GPS cuts off, you're totally out somewhere.
I was like, man, I'm screwed. It's like out in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know where the hell I'm at, where I'm going.
No, I've had that happen too. That's not fun when all of a sudden you literally have no signal and you're like, oh crap.
Yeah.
I think I pulled over at an exit and I called Shannon. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I was like, I have no idea where I'm going. Do you remember that, Shannon? Do you remember when I called you for that or whatever?
What?
When I was in Iowa and my GPS like shut off at nighttime. Remember when I was traveling? I was like, I have no idea what to do. GPS is nothing right now. And
that's how you end up in a horror flick. Yeah.
Just don't go in the cabin in the woods first.
Don't go in the cornfield.
Don't go in the basement. Don't go in the attic.
Yeah.
No, I guess I drove far enough. It finally came back on. I was like, yes. I didn't have to get off.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we drove down to the island a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I couldn't find the address to it. I find the street, but then he couldn't find the right address. I was like, well, how far can it go? We'll get closest we can. I just put the closest number I could to where it was supposed to go. And once they got down there was the rest of it, but it wasn't on the map like thing. So, like, let's see what happens.
Right. About to find again.
Yeah.
I remember once looking up driving directions to Edinburgh, Scotland, and it takes you as far as the coast. And then it actually informed you to get out of your car and start swimming.
No,
really?
It did. It was either MapQuest or Google Maps way back, like when it was first new.
You're like, well, this is as far as we can go.
And it said for driving instructions, okay. It took me all the way to like, oh gosh, I think it was like Virginia or something. Took you to all the way to Virginia, and then it's like, now exit the vehicle and start swimming. It's going to be about 14 hours or not 14 days or whatever. It was really funny though. I thought that was great.
Magnificent stamina on that one.
Mm-hmm. I wish I could remember if it was MapQuest. It must have been MapQuest.
Probably
I remember using that one most early on. So
that's why you need the updates. You gotta get the updates.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said he had a lot. Took a while to get through them all. I can imagine. That had to be one of the more popular categories, I think.
For sure. I mean, that's got to be one of the biggest categories in the whole thing, right?
Yeah. I have not followed Boston Dynamics Robots. I don't know why I didn't follow it. I just didn't fit into my schedule. Spot the Robot Dog for them as my future service dog. Prisoner of the Machines. No, embrace your cyborg future.
I
grew up as a kid watching $6 Million Man, so I know it can happen. They have the technology. They can rebuild you, so.
Maximum overdrive.
Yeah. From right arm implants, I asked for cool electronic gadgets and effects in it. Sadly, only titanium, which now they use for the iPhone 15, right? So. What up, Rod?
The Woman was a long time ago. Like, really, they would be there, you know?
The Bionic Woman?
The Bionic Woman?
Yeah.
And the $6 Million Man? Yeah, those things were a long time ago. We should be there already.
Should be. We were supposed to be there, I think, at some point. I still carry paper maps in the vehicle just in case.
I have an atlas in the car too, Vanessa. I'm right there with you.
I mean, it's not really a bad idea. I mean, if something were to happen and someone set off an EMP or some shit went crazy, you like to have a map. Then it's like, but if you're back to the map, then you're like living in Walking Dead type days trying to figure shit out.
Like, oh, it's only this far. It ain't that far. It's only,
yeah.
Not that far to go.
Super easy. It'll be fine.
Children court might be out there. Might be. Them children might be out there.
Oh,
you never know.
What do you mean might be? Oh, they're there. They are there. And one of y'all is going to find them.
Cabin in the Woods is a fun watch. The stoner beats Sigourney Weaver.
I kind of loved that movie. But I love.
What am I thinking of? What about Cabin in the Woods? Was that one of them was a bad one, right? It was Cabin in the Woods. There was Cabin Fever.
Cabin Fever was the flesh-eating one. That was really gross.
That was the one I was thinking of.
And there was Cabin in the Woods. That is.
Cabin in the Woods is where they find out there's like a military thing that's.
They're being spied on or something.
In order to keep the gods underneath the earth quiet. I thought it was clever. I thought it made sense to, poke fun at why we have all these movies and why the Cabin in the Woods is never safe.
Yeah.
Because
have you watched Knock at the Cabin Door yet?
No.
That's actually pretty interesting.
Was that the Keenan Pill or whichever one? Is that? Yeah.
No, that's the M. Night Shyamalan that did Knock at the Cabin Door with Batista that came out last year. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, like everything has to go down in decisions you have to make it at the end. So yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but I'll put it on the list.
Yeah. It was more intriguing. You got to watch M. Night Shyamalan because it's like hit or miss, hit or miss, hit or miss, and I thought that one was pretty decent.
His misses are like.
Yeah.
It's hardly ever. That one's kind of. I think kind of fell in the middle. Like, that wasn't terrible and it wasn't great, but it was.
It was interesting. I got I saw that. I saw some other stuff, and it's like I got new appreciation for Batista. He's actually pretty good in the roles he's been getting. So even in that movie, he sold it pretty much for his character.
Oh yeah.
Google Maps always to translate the abbreviation of Connecticut as court.
Excuse me, Rod. It's Connecticut. Remember?
Connecticut. Yeah, it's court. Yeah. well, we got a street here called Boston, and my GPS that we have, every time it says Boston, it goes into a New England accent. So it's like, turn on Boston. Like, wait a minute. You were talking the same way the whole time whenever you're in the street, but then you get to Boston and then you just flip it over like you're up in Massachusetts. Yeah.
Oh, also MapQuest, a long time ago, a guy I was dating, he had one of those GPS things that was always in the car. It wasn't like a phone or anything. And you could program different voices in. And one of them was read by John Cleese. So John Cleese did directions for one of those MapQuest voice things. And first of all, love John Cleese. He's hilarious. But it was so funny because if you missed a turn or like didn't make the turn that he wanted you to make, he would say, "You, sir, are stupid." Or, like he would insult you if you would like effed up the route. And then when you got to your place, he's like, "You've arrived at your destination. I'll thank you to get out of my car." And, just stuff like that. But it was so cute because he was just kind of a snarky little monster while you're driving. I kind of loved it.
The little Monty Python action taking place.
I said a right turn.
It's great. So, Brad, would it do other voices if you, in different places?
No, it was like just that? Him. Like, I mean, first of all, him having to record the street names for every street in the U.S. Woo, fun. But yeah, no, he did it, and it was great, and yeah, highly recommended.
I don't know why those I just think of like Samuel L. Jackson, Snakes on a Plane or something. Mother, please.
Follow simple goddamn instructions.
Yeah. Like turning in the wrong place, you'd be like, you better get your ass out of there if you want to live.
I know some things you can choose multiple like voices. I think on my phone or whatever or tablet, I could choose like 3 different voices or whatever. Yeah. I always choose the English chick though, but yeah.
I like Shannon. Oh, maybe she's got like a British woman or something. I don't know what her voice. It's funny though.
I never have the audio on for mine. I prefer not to have the instructions spoken. So I don't know.
But no, it's funny. When it says Boston, it goes into a Boston-like accent. So TV in the 70s, the Bionic Woman and $6 Million Man. Rem and Alley. I remember Rem and Alley, Trucker's Atlas, and some DeLorme.
That's what I have in my car. I have Rem and Alley one.
Cabin in the Woods was hell as a corporation trying to create Armageddon.
Oh, no. They were trying to stop Armageddon.
Wasn't that Resident Evil? I thought Resident Evil was a corporation. Wasn't that Resident Evil that was doing that?
Yeah, that was Raccoon City, right? That's the Resident Evil ones?
That's Resident Evil ones.
But the Cabin in the Woods, the corporation was trying to stop Armageddon by sacrificing certain people in certain scenarios. Like they had little Japanese schoolgirls that were supposed to get killed by the ghost, and then they had a couple others that were supposed to happen to stop the world from ending.
Speaking of people getting killed in sacrifice, have y'all seen the trailer for that Abigail movie? I kind of want to see it, but I think I might wait till it comes on.
I kind of want to see it too.
Yeah.
Full ticket movie price, maybe not.
Yeah. Although I do want to see the one that came out with the World War II when they're killing the Nazis. Something gentlemen, whatever.
The ungentlemanly conduct.
Whatever that one. That one looks to be pretty good. That looks pretty good. I always see that at the movies.
I want to see the new Beetlejuice.
There's a new Beetlejuice?
Yeah, there's going to be a new Beetlejuice, and it has Keaton again as Beetlejuice, and like the original girl who was in it.
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder's in it, and the mom is in it too, and like the originals, and But now they have the Jenna Ortega girl in there too, from Wednesday. Okay. But yeah,
But they can't have the dad because he died, I think.
Who?
From Beetlejuice. He was the one that played Rooney. He was the one that played Rooney in Ferris Bueller. He died, so he can't be in it. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, they got some of the cast from the original anyway. Boston
and Ka. Yeah, I have to see if we go to Carr Street if it goes into a Ka. Turn on Carr Street. Just be glad it's in the main accent.
Yep.
John Cleese is a fun one on the phone. Yeah. What's up, Blue in the house? Cheers, Blue.
Hi, Blue. I miss you.
No, the corporation of hell as the ones trying to create it. Each situation would cause Armageddon. The stoner got him and the girl down inside the hell court from the cabin. So I guess that's how it rolled on that one, but now you're giving away spoilers for that. So if people haven't seen it, now you're telling them people get killed and who's killing who. I'm just saying. We try to be spoiled. We try to be spoiler free on the channel. That's all. What's up, Josh? Happy Thursday to you.
What's up, Josh?
This says hello to Josh. Rod said, "Oh hell yeah, I want to see the new Beetlejuice too." So I have not seen anything on the new Beetlejuice, but Rod has as well.
The trailer looks really good, and it was Keaton, right? That was the actor that played Beetlejuice.
Keaton, Michael Keaton.
It was.
Yeah.
He looks pretty good. I mean, I think he's had a little work done, but he looks pretty good for his age.
In Hollywood? Did they do that in Hollywood? Did they get a little?
No, I'm sorry. Right, that doesn't happen. I apologize. That was
maybe it was just a good Pilates class. I don't know.
That was rude of me. I'm sorry.
Well, I watched the Flash movie like a couple months back, and it was kind of cool seeing him as Batman again in it. So Jeffrey Jones is incarcerated for pedophilia. Who's Jeffrey Jones? Is that the one that played Rooney? I thought he died. I gotta look up who Jeffrey Jones is. Maybe I'm wrong on who it is.
Oh,
that is him. Oh, that was the guy that played Rooney. Famous for his roles of. Oh yeah, he is still alive, I guess. What happened to Jeffrey Jones? Sentenced to 250 hours community service for failing to update his data on the sex offenders register. Ooh, gotcha. Bad boy.
Oops.
Jones, 64, who played Dean Ed Rooney in the 86 film, was given 3 years probation after pleading guilty to the charge in Los Angeles. That was back in 2010 now. Yeah. I mean, maybe he did bring him back for the movie. I don't know. Can he come back?
Well, I didn't
give him a second chance.
I don't think so. Not for that.
No, I don't recall seeing him in the trailer.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. We got kids on the set. You can't work here. There's kids on the set. Yeah. Right next to a school. No. Maybe you can go to the Catholic church and do something. No. I'm sorry. It was too easy. It was just out there. It was out there, folks. It was out there.
Off toss.
Low hanging fruit.
Oh, don't talk about low hanging fruit. God,
not with the Catholic Church.
You're making it worse.
My bad.
Ew.
Emotional damage.
That is my fault for anybody I given that to. Watched the Flash movie last week. There you go. He was released, but hasn't worked in anything major. So, well, no, he's probably, I don't know, working. Is he working somewhere? He probably had to work somewhere. Probably like somewhere. But if you're famous, how do you get another job somewhere people don't know who you are? Like if you walked in to McDonald's and you saw him there, like, aren't you Rooney? Aren't you like the dad from Beatles? Like you would know who. I mean, it's like put him in a back room or something. I don't know. What do you do with him?
You said Rooney from what?
Ferris Bueller. He was a principal in Ferris Bueller.
Oh, I did not know that.
He'd have to go into witness protection.
Hey, I work in the Ferris Bueller garage.
You do what?
I work close to the Ferris Bueller garage.
Oh, yeah, with the car when it comes out. Because that was in Chicago. Yeah.
Over the ravine?
Yeah.
I work in Ravinia, where the ravine is. That's the ravine they drove the car into.
Yeah. That's when Cameron kicks the car takes off out the window.
It's a cool looking garage. Like I drove past all the stuff they have built underneath it to hold it up and stuff. It's I don't think they still have cars in it. It looked like exercise equipment now.
It's all cool until an earthquake comes. That's not as good.
We don't get a lot of
trailer.
In Illinois. One every 5 or 6 years. So
I wish I watched half a class last night. Got to finish this night. Oh, I haven't watched Glass. Wait a minute. No, I haven't watched Glass. I watched the first one, which is Unbreakable, right?
Wait, was the glass half full or half empty?
No, the first one was the one with Bruce Willis.
Nothing. No.
Haley Joel Osment.
No. Yeah. No. That was See Dead People.
Yeah, that was. That was part of the 3 series.
No, it was Unbreakable. It was the split personality one.
Yeah.
And then it was Glass. Glass is the one with Samuel Jackson.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
The split personality one is the one in the middle, and then Unbreakable was the one with Bruce Willis in the beginning. Yeah, he was already, we already know what happens with the Dead People thing.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. Hey, Peggy, anybody seen or heard about a movie called Hundreds of Beavers? Oh, it's Patrick. I thought I saw Peggy. I saw the P. No, I've not heard about Hundreds of Beavers. And now that Patrick's asking about beavers, I'm a little nervous about it.
Yeah, I have a feeling you
go in
should
different
Google that
directions
one.
there.
I don't
Especially
think
if
anyone
he's
should
saying it,
Google
so,
that. I
you
think
know.
it's going to be like my foray into the Urban Dictionary again. I'm not going there.
Yes, don't go there. Just don't go there.
Nope, not going there.
Nobody should ever go on a beaver hunt with Pat. That's all I'm saying. Just saying.
Strangely enough, I don't think you're the first person who said that either.
Drinking a few happy dads. Yeah, Split was the second, and then it's Glass. So I haven't seen Split, and I haven't seen Glass. I just saw the first one. I like the first one, though.
That's clever. Split second. Yeah.
What's up, Big Daddy in the house? What? A Miller High Life. But he's loving it. He's loving it. He's going to a mackerel. There you go. Which I need to get another beer here. So I'm going to grab another drink because the glass has run its emptiest.
Yeah, I just went and grabbed one too, but I can't figure out what the ingredients are in it.
Have not tried Happy Dad. What is a I've not had a Happy Dad.
It sounds
what
like
is
a cocktail.
It's one.
Well,
450 North Slushy. There's nothing.
I mean, unless Dad went to the local massage parlor, it might be a Happy Dad. What is Happy Dad?
Possibly.
Is it a beer? No. It's got to be a cocktail.
I've learned not to Google anything anyone says on this show anymore. So
Oh, come on now. Come on.
I learned a valuable lesson when my brain is still broken. So
We ready for beaver hunt. These IPAs are in. I think Pat's ready to lead a beaver hunt for sure. Hard seltzer.
wait,
I never had a Happy Dad. Never heard of it. I get it. Happy Dad hard seltzer, maybe. It's a seltzer. Yeah, what's up, Anderson? Ginger in the house. Great to have you, my friend. That's a great channel to check out. I like Nuck, but I haven't tried their Happy Dad. Oh, okay, so Timur knows about it. I've not heard of this Happy Dad, but apparently his word's getting around. Dad's getting around. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Hard seltzer malt beverage in a regular can. Okay. Oh, hard seltzer malt beverage. I have not seen that in any stores that I've come across.
But again, I probably wasn't looking for it either, though. So.
Yeah, but I feel like you would stumble across something because I mean, you're going through all the coolers. You'd have to, at some point, right? Like just trip it. Hey, what is this? Like, yeah. I don't know. I'm getting a beer though. So you guys.
I know. I kind of just glazed over things. I'm like, I'm not interested in this section, so maybe it's one of those.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
You never know.
Never. But a Happy Dad hard seltzer sounds odd to me.
Happy Dad and hard seltzer might go hand in possibly.
Because I'll tell you, if I give my dad a hard seltzer, he's not going to be happy.
I mean, I wouldn't think so, but
he wants the hoppiest hops that ever hopped.
He's a hophead, huh?
He is.
There you go.
Hardcore hops.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. To each their own. It's not my style, but hey, somebody's got to drink it.
It's not a lot of people's styles, actually, but it wasn't mine at first either. I was like, one of the first beers going to one of my first beer fests I ever poured out was an IPA. I'm like, I don't know about this, but now like IPAs are one of my favorites to drink. So it's kind of definitely just one of you get accustomed to, I guess, or grows on you.
No, don't get me wrong. I
hang there long enough with them, I guess.
I won't drain pour them. I don't. I'll drink them, but my palate prefers other things. So yeah.
Well, yeah. I get that too.
Yep. But I'm still sure my only drain pour ever was the Steel Reserve watermelon. I think that's the only thing I've drain poured in the last 10 years.
When I say drain pour,
Steel Reserve watermelon.
Shot or whatever.
It was hell. hell in a can.
Well, I mean, you did pick up Steel Reserves, so
I was camping.
Shame on you.
I was camping. It seemed like a good idea at the time. It was not.
I was camping when it changed it though. Like just
No. Camping, you don't do fancy stuff. Camping is the rough fancy stuff. Like, I mean, we're still close enough to buy a beer and, go out and camp, but, you're out in the woods. You don't do the fancy stuff when you're camping. That's when you have the everyday stuff, You're roughing it.
Why couldn't you do the fancy stuff still?
I don't know. It doesn't feel right.
I mean, you could get like a campfire Roush beer or something like that and everything. It'd be fine because you're camping. It'd be perfect.
Oh, if I'm sitting around the campfire having like a Rolling Rock or, like a Coors, it just feels right. I don't know.
Okay.
I like the classic beers.
I can see the Rolling Rock doing it. I still can't see the Steel Reserve doing it. If I can see the Rolling Rock, I don't feel like anybody's doing Steel Reserves probably camping. That's just me.
No, it was so weird. I was in Wisconsin and I saw Steel Reserve, and honestly, I didn't see Steel Reserve around me that often, and I was like, "Hey, Steel Reserve, I'm curious." And then they had flavors, and I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" And it was super cheap and high ABV, and I was like, "Well, sure, that'll be fine."
There's a reason for that. Yeah.
It wasn't fine. Don't do
it. Oh. Clean out the fridge a little bit here, so let's crack one of these open. Yeah.
Clean out the fridge.
Crack open a Waldo's. It's a good fridge.
Honestly, have no freaking idea what this one is.
You just held it up. What's it say on the can?
It doesn't say.
What do you mean it doesn't say? It's got to say something.
Doesn't have ABV, IBUs. Doesn't even
What's the name?
Doesn't even tell you what the fruit. Well, just to tell you one thing.
Oh,
it's 450 North. Okay.
I think this is just like, we got some extra. Let's just throw it in a can and sell it. So I'm looking on Untappd just to find out, like, there's no ABV, no IBUs, and everybody's going, they don't have nothing on the can. Like, I don't even know what I'm drinking here.
Well, they're touchy about the whole ABV topic, so.
Well, that's for sure, yeah. So, sort of maybe figured it out, but I'm not really even 100% if that's true or not.
Ooh. I will say the Waldo's this year is.
For their slushy series, it's not getting a very good rating. But it's only 54 people, so it's not very.
Yeah.
The release is like a couple weeks ago, so. I don't know. We'll see. It's the last game that I picked up of the mixed packet that I got. But
the Waldo's is as dank as always.
At first, I thought that was a champagne glass. I'm like, he's drinking. You really went fancy, didn't you? When you turned your hand, I was like, oh, okay. Like, woo, fancy.
That's an IPA glass right there.
Yes, your hand was covering the part of the IPA glass. So.
Does it smell coconut to you?
Coconut?
I'm thinking it smells some coconut.
But... Joe coming in there. Let me see here. Where we at? Let me go back up here.
No, it smells kind of strawberry peachy.
Roger, you need to put Happy Dad on. Okay, I'll take a look, see if I can find Happy Dad. I don't want to be out there asking people like, hey, do you have any of that Happy Dad? Like, I feel like saying that I feel like it could be received wrong. Like, hey, I'm looking for a Happy Dad. I don't know who might come up to you at that point. I got to be careful on how I look for a Happy Dad. I'm just saying.
You're gonna get some really awkward answers.
You say it at the wrong spot, and some guy shows up with an overcoat on. Like, no, I'm not looking for you. I'm looking for the drink, not you, Happy Dad. The drink, the Happy Dad.
Like, and he's like, "I'll buy you a drink."
Yeah. There's a Death Row can for Happy Dad. Is it owned by Death Row? Because I know Snoop put the label on alcohol now that they're doing. Happy Dad, though. A lot of people that know who they are. Am I projecting? Like, no, not at all. Never. Do comedy on YouTube. They came up with their own brand of beer called Happy Dad. Okay. Currently drinking some Yingling traditional lager.
There you go.
Nothing wrong with a little Yingling action.
Nice choice.
I still haven't picked up the box. I don't want to buy a whole 12-pack, but hopefully I might go down. You know, we talked before about like Total Wine. Because Todd said, I go to Total Wine, never give me shit, right? And they sent me a thing this week, like $10 off any purchase, 10 or 1 or more. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll buy a 12-pack now there because it doesn't cost me really anything. They'll cover just about like $2.
The only thing I get from them is like they show you like, oh, come here now for 20% off of wine or whatever. I never get nothing about beer. It's always about wine. I'm like, I've never bought wine there once. Like, why are y'all sending me this?
I get a lot of ads from Benny's as well. That's about like the liqueurs. They'll have a special on liqueurs, or they'll have a special on red wine, or they'll have. I'm like, no, I'm still waiting on the beer, guys.
Like, wrong person. What are you doing?
Well, they'll send me stuff like, oh, $2 off of 4-pack, any 4-pack or 6-pack, and all kind of stuff. And then occasionally, I don't get it long enough, they'll be like, oh, $10 off anything you spend 10 or more on. Okay, so I come in there, I get $11. I get $11 6-pack, and it costs me $1.
They're trying to lure the celebrity into their store. That's what they're doing.
Well, the guy that actually started Total Wine is running for senator here in Maryland. He's a congressman now. He's running for senator. So maybe he sent out to all the people, all the constituents get discounts. Yeah. I drain poured a Sam Adams root beer. Not much else. I've never had that. The root beer type version of something.
Is that like a Not Your Father's, like a alcoholic beer?
It was probably like a Sam Adams knockoff like that. But Sam Adams, like in Cincinnati, their main market stuff they send out. They got some really good crafted stuff there. Kind of surprised. Sometimes they feel a little sleazy. That's when I reach for a steel reserve. That should be a commercial right there.
That sounds like a tagline. You know, I didn't see that pop up in the Craft Beer Marketing Awards. What the hell?
Yeah. You know who sounds sleazy when you go camping?
I know a place that's peaceful and quiet. A place where animals play. It's called the forest. But every year we start forest fires. A careless match, a cigarette, and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful. Okay?
Okay.
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
That sounds so sleazy.
I bet she didn't drain pour her steel reserve.
Good stuff.
No, probably no. But she was. Never mind. I was going to say something I'm not going to say. Lagunitas IPA, first IPA ever. There you go. Yeah, they're actually Lagunitas is under Heineken Europe now, and they're actually raised. They were talking about. I think it's in Europe. They're raising all their stuff like. So they said like 6 cents. It might be 6 pounds, or not 6 pounds, but 6 pence over there probably. Which doesn't seem like it would be a huge thing, but they could,
I was Sierra Nevada Torpedo. That was my first IPA ever, and it turned me away from IPAs for a good 2 or 3 years.
It torpedoed you away.
It bit my face off, is what it did. My whole face crumpled inwards, and I couldn't touch an IPA for like 2 years.
I don't know if it was my first IPA, but it was the first beer that turned me on to craft was Ithaca Flower Power, their IPA. That's the one that got me going after craft, like back in 2010.
Yeah, the one I poured out was an IPA, which was one of our local breweries here. Of course, this is the first time I was just getting into craft beers. Like it was kind of obscure. Like I didn't know what any of it was. And I was like, oh no. And then a couple years later, I'm like, oh, I love these now. So it's kind of an acquired taste. I mean, it's definitely an acquired taste because like Shannon doesn't like them, her brother doesn't like them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more no's than yeses for sure.
I remember we used to have the bitter beer face commercials back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
That was off the what beer was that? It was
bitter beer face.
The beer that was selling it was doing a commercial for the people being against bitter beer, but it was like
it was one of the macros.
It was a macro that was doing it. Like, and I guess at the point it was just like avoid bitter beer face, but at the time it was like we didn't really have a lot of the craft stuff in our area, so it was kind of like we didn't really have.
Keystone Light.
Keystone, yeah.
They were talking about beer that like has gone off or something, you know, and
Yeah.
got better. Yeah.
I don't know.
I drank a lot of Keystones in my lifetime. I did drink a lot of those.
Rod, will you get flagged if we show this video?
I might. What video is it?
The bitter beer face.
Oh yeah, like the commercial. Yeah, they might do that there.
Yeah.
It's like 30 seconds long. That's why I was
Yeah.
wondering.
Yeah,
Well, I had to go back last week because Ray had shown the one. It was like that little clip about the singer we were talking about. That was that he got buzzed on his phone. Remember, he got buzzed by a famous singer or something like that. He couldn't, and he showed us the video who it was, and it was only like 5-6 seconds, and they actually did a copyright thing on it.
Oh no!
So I had to go back and just trim it out or whatever. But yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but was talking about country singers. I'm a little upset with Kevin Costner and what's the name of the show, Todd? Huh?
Kevin Costner's a country singer?
No, I'm gonna get that in a second. Kevin Costner's show.
Oh.
Yellowstone.
Because as I keep finding out over and over again, because people are like all over the internet on it, he never was really showing us the best side of Lainey Wilson when Lainey Wilson was on there. Now, see the other side of Lainey was I didn't even know. Where you going, Kevin? Yeah.
The back side or the front side?
The backside. Like, oh, wait a second here. And then I would have been like, there's
like, is that the same one in Yellowstone? And I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay.
If I'd have known that, I would have been like, hell no, there's no way she's going after Jimmy. There's no way that Jimmy's going to be able to handle that. No way. No way. I was like, Kevin, you were holding out on this one there. Or maybe it wasn't Kevin. Maybe it was what's it called? The writer dude that got like all the other shows now. That dude's got to be getting paid like crazy.
Dang it.
Who's the writer, executive producer, whatever?
I know you're talking about because he has all those. He's got like 4,000 shows.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll tell you. I know I can see like he's actually in Yellowstone a couple of times, but
yeah.
Dang, what the hell is his name?
Drinking a local Piney River Low Water Bridge IPA made with Ozark well water, malted barley, oats, wheat, hops, and yeast. Very toasty.
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah, Taylor Sheridan.
Taylor Sheridan. Yes.
I'd ask Shannon because she can't stand him. I was like, "What's that guy's name?" She's like, "Yeah, Taylor Sheridan." I was like, "Oh yeah."
Well, I still got to watch the Bass Reeves one because he does the Bass Reeves one too. He's got them all covered. Like, just dude's getting paid.
That one with Sylvester Stallone is really good.
I only saw the first 2 episodes of it because it was like the only first 2 were free at the time. So, but I think I get it now. I could probably go back and watch it. That's one Tulsa you're talking about.
Tulsa King, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that was the other one called that's got Jeremy Renner, or whatever his name is.
Oh, he doesn't do that one, does he?
I think
where he's Jeremy Renner's the politician or whatever.
No, he's a cop. Or
the mayor or something.
Mayor of Kingstown. Yeah.
Yeah, he does that one too.
Isn't that his name? Huh? Isn't that his name, Jeremy Renner?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the main guy in that one.
Yeah, he's the main character, but Taylor Sheridan the one doing it.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This also, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Sam Adams Root Beer was a fan brewer special contest winner thing. Yeah, well, they should have left that fan at home and just be like, here's your prize, and would tell nobody about it.
Did you try it?
I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
I never heard of it. I never had it, but Big Daddy had it, yeah. Now, Sam Adams used to have a thing when he did home brewing competitions, and they'd take the top 3 winners and put them into a variety pack. That was pretty cool. I've had some of the ones they've done that in the past.
That's cool.
Hey, I got some beer. Yeah, that's the cool clip I used to have back in the day with him sitting in the car, too. Those IPAs from 2000 could definitely bite your face off.
For sure.
What's everyone sipping on in the chat? Yeah, nobody in the chat told us. Well, Big Daddy told us he was drinking a little bit of. JT didn't tell us what he was drinking tonight. Or did he?
He was doing the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah, Fitzgerald Porters. That's right. Pat said, I raised you still reserving the Old English 600, Pat, or 800? I'm pretty sure it's 800, not 600 for the old E.
You say 800?
He said 600. I think it's old. I think it's 800. I believe, ain't it?
600. I hear 800. Do we have 900? Do we have 900? Anyone want 900?
Once, going twice.
We getting the malt liquor guys, then they're gonna be all over you, Pat, on that
one. They're gonna come in and tapping the bottle.
They don't like their malt liquor misrepresented. That's for sure. I see it on Joe D's show every Saturday.
I have two things to tell you. When I was visiting Dad, I was in middle of nowhere, Illinois, tiny little town, like 800 people in this town. It's ridiculous. Their grocery store has one of the best craft beer selections I've ever seen, all in coolers. Every inch of it is in coolers.
How does that happen?
They had 4 different beers from Other Half. 4 different beers.
There you go.
My Bennies, they always sell out the moment we get them. They had 4 different beers.
We don't even get them here. So.
And then on top of that, they had a Mickey's. You remember Mickey's? It's a little barrel.
Yeah.
Barrel
Mickey's Big Mouth. Yeah.
They had one of those, and it was like a full liter of Mickey's. It was like giant. Yeah. And I'm sitting here staring at it, going, "Wow! Can you picture me drinking that on Rod J's show?" Mickey's. It was ridiculous. So I had to. Sorry. I had to share.
Speaking of that. No, our buddy Alan, EB, Eclectic Beer, he sent me a thing earlier in our chat that we had. Apparently, he stumbled across a beer store in his town now where he got Trillium.
No kidding.
Really?
Down in South Carolina. It's this little store. He got Trillium. And then he's like, yeah, and I got this other beer from Virginia as well that's supposed to be pretty good too. And I'm like, oh, is it like Commonwealth? Because they're pretty good. He's like, no, let me check. It says the Veil? Yeah. The Veil's banging. So whatever store you just stepped into needs to be your number one store now.
No.
If they're getting a Veil and they're getting in Trillium, you want to tell that guy, call me when anything happens.
Holy cow, no kidding.
But it's a small town like Mal's at, like small town in South Carolina. He's found a store where it's like he's got a connection now for some good stuff. Take them to the top of the list.
How are they doing that?
It was crazy.
Them in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, admittedly, each 4-pack from Other Half was $25 for a 4-pack there. So, I mean, it was
actually not that bad. I mean, depending on what you're getting, if it's like it was probably like a double IPA, which is about right. Their regular IPAs are about 20, so their doubles usually are on 25. Yeah. I
was gonna say, I feel like when Joe was always talking about half, it was in that range, 20. 2-ish to 25-ish, maybe.
Yeah, it's not really like a markup too much there or whatever. So that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So now you can get Other Half, or when you go to visit your dad, you know where to go to get Other Half.
Yeah, it's still a two-hour drive to get there. So driving 2 hours to get a $25 4-pack of beer sounds kind of hard for me.
And one of the things I was going to talk about in the beer news kind of goes to like an Other Half type thing. So we'll talk about that in a second. But it's basically about kind of beers that fit along those lines. So. Chew's in the house. What's up, Drew? Chew doesn't say anybody else. He says, "Hey, Drew."
Who's Drew? Do we have a Drew?
Drew was on your thing earlier. Beer, breakfast, snacks. Beer for breakfast. So
okay, I missed him.
That was like a while ago, but Chew, he just goes right to him. Doesn't say anything to us. Just goes right to Drew.
Man, not right.
Hi, Chew. Yeah. Nice to see you, babe.
Yeah, liking this IPA, I was like, what the hell am I drinking? A damn pine tree? And then it grew on me.
It's good.
Well, you need this IPA. It's pretty good. I like that.
Why am I drinking air freshener? Yeah, see, Dave had Keystone.
Yep.
Old English, hell no, I'm a lady. Then he goes to Blue. You're my boy. You're my boy, Blue. This was like, they were in here like a long time ago already. So it's kind of like, he just skips right. Doesn't still not acknowledging us, but going to everybody else apparently.
No. It's like we're not even here.
Yeah, Miller Lite back in the day. Yeah, and I'm still drinking Miller Lite occasionally here and there. If I'm somewhere, it's like, oh, we got Miller Lite $2 25-ounce straps on there. I might throw a Miller Lite down. You know. Paul's in the house. Cheers, PA. Great to see you, brother. Paul was chiming in last night during the Alkanaut stuff. It was great to have you there.
Nice.
I remember Batch 19 from Coors, missed that. I I do. I think I have a review on a channel for that Batch 19, but I ended up finding that one time we were going from where we were living in Kentucky down to we were going down to like Murray, Kentucky, or whatever, one of the dry counties. And I'm like, I found out like, oh, we got to stop somewhere and get beer because otherwise you have to drive into Tennessee and bring it all back and stuff. And I went into the store and I ended up getting some of the Batch 19. Actually, not a bad one for Coors at all. Eddie Fitz, that's right. The Eddie Fitz. It was like the variety pack from like 17 years ago, back in the day. It's a Sheridan shows. Yeah. So yeah, Sheridan's making some money out there. Cheers, Paul. Mickey hand grenades. Yes, remember the hand grenades.
Mm-hmm.
And Patrick says 800. My bad. Yeah, I don't want you getting like shanked by one of those malt liquor guys. Like I heard you talking bad about our OD on the show, and they roll up on you because they take that OD serious on their stuff.
Well, somebody has to.
Mm-hmm. Josh says Cincinnati. Not anymore. I was in Cincinnati for a number of years. I'm in Baltimore now, but moved here a couple years ago. Cincinnati, great beer scene now. I still miss the beer fest.
He got to know me and Todd, and he was like, "Man, I got to move further from these crazy bastards."
Like as far away as I can get.
Well, once Todd started showing up, I've got to move now.
He's like, "I'm living way too close to them."
Man, it's just me.
Yeah.
It's my problem.
Yeah. Which I think,
like,
as far as the planning, you guys are going into Toronto. So
we're talking about it. So we're
okay.
Trying to make it.
So I told Ray and Paul last night and everything like that it's pretty much done on our part for the most part. I just got to look at a couple things real quick, but yeah.
That you're going?
Yeah, but we're gonna actually probably. She's more of a hotel type person. We'll probably be at the hotel, but the hotel's like 5 minutes from where the Airbnb is.
Nice.
I gotta switch my vacations around, and so I'm gotta wait for that to clear before I can say nay. But
yeah, we may go up actually like a couple days earlier or something like that too. So depending, just kind of kick around for a little bit. It's like we got to drive up like a 6-hour drive, so might as well go up in a couple days. And
I know one plan is to go up and see Joe since he's there. So
since he's there, yeah.
Let's go maybe try to hang out with him for a day.
Yeah. Well, if he comes up, because he's not far from there too, being in Buffalo. So I mean, because if we're on that side, like he may come up and it'd be like Chris and them are all there too. So Chris and I know Greg is there. I think Red's not. I think Red might be close. I think Nick's the only one he's like Nova Scotia. I think he's farther away because he's over towards the other part. Yeah, Redbeard I think is right there as well. So yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I got to see this character in real life. So yeah. Redbeard scares the dogs, so they hear Redbeard, they start going crazy.
She heard that name, she's like, "Oh no!"
It's like Candyman. Batch 19, one of my faves. I belong to the Bring Back Batch 19 on Twitter. Oh, so you can't even get it anywhere now. So it was decent. Rod said yes. Big Daddy. Batch 19 was solid. Yeah, so been a while since I had that. So
solid. That's a terrible way for a beer to be. It's supposed to be liquid.
Solid is cool. Solid, like solid as a rock. Like solid,
Dude, I'm messing with you, man.
Oh, I know. Just saying, it's solid. Be more East Side. So the big news out of Baltimore this week, before I go to beer news, was kind of talking about it now. I think I might have had something in there in the beer news to do. Because Kyle did a thing this morning, No Hype Beer Reviews. I don't know if you saw the video that he put out there. He's a little bummed out, of course, with everything, but he started talking about the breweries that are falling to the wayside. So this week it got announced that Pariah was closing, which I've been here for 2 years, and I never made it to Pariah. But I've had Pariah at the Beer Fest. It's just the timing and stuff. And it's kind of like, if you haven't seen it, check out No Hype Beer Reviews video that he did this morning, because it's like a perspective type thing, but it's kind of like, I wonder in some way if attitudes changed during the whole COVID period that followed afterwards. as people were made to maybe not get out as much, and almost might have brought on more of a reclusivity, where they were more happy to kind of be in their own spaces. That when everything did open back up, maybe they're like, oh, you know what? I can just chill here. I can do that. So it was like a break maybe as well, because it's kind of like I don't feel the urge, and I hate to say it with Matt, like I don't always feel the urge to go to a brewery unless I'm like out of town and I'm visiting somewhere and I'm seeing a new site, which is not a great thing because I like going to breweries to see what beers they have, because you'll find beers you can't get unless you go to the brewery, right? So it's an experience to actually go there. But I think some people are kind of being drawn in different directions, possibly following.
I can see that for the most part, but I've also lived on the other side, because during that whole time, like, you know, her being and taking care of the old folks or whatever, she wouldn't want to go anywhere for that reason of contract something and carry it and pass it along to somebody that is more than likely going to kill them. So like she did nothing. We really didn't do anything. So now that when COVID was lifted or whatever, she's like, I want to, you know, 2 years of not doing anything, wanting to go here, there, everywhere. And like, so it's kind of the opposite side of that. But I'd say more so what you're saying is like nobody's getting out as much, you know, doing anything like they used to before COVID.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might have had a way to change attitudes around doing stuff, and then people, when they had to basically stop doing what they were doing, it may have reset a mindset. That's what I'm looking at.
No, I think
for some people, and curious to think what you guys think of it, because I mean, obviously, Mal, you're in a brewery, so you're seeing people come in and out. And I don't know if anything's shifted from what it was beforehand on stuff, obviously, but it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like the whole, because like you look at, and I use Pariah as the example, because everybody that had Pariah beer talked about how good the beer was. And they had great success when they were in California before they came to Baltimore. And it's just like, they're still putting out beer. They were doing a lot of stuff, I think, sending some things to some of the beer tubers and all that kind of stuff as well. But it's kind of like, they came out with a statement like they probably should have closed last year. So they were basically in the last ditch effort. But it's kind of like, if you got good beer, what are the other things that could have stopped you from doing well? If people know you got good beer, is it just that people just aren't coming out now? Or is it maybe the economy, and it's kind of like craft beers at a point where some people don't want to spend the money for beer because craft beer costs more than regular beer, and people are still talking about how much it costs to do things? Or is it people just don't want to be around? Maybe they like their personal space. They don't want to be around other people. They don't have to. And they do, like I do a lot of the beer stuff, one at home because I'm recording stuff, but it's a different sense when you're at home and just enjoying the beer too. So it's kind of like all these different things that are taking place. So,
well, for the breweries that are succeeding, they're the ones who are checking all of the boxes. They are not only having good beer, but having a wide selection of different types of beer for different types of folks. A lot of the ones that are doing really well are also having food, good food, not just whatever food. It has to be like good food. They're also doing social media. They're doing competition. They're doing fests. They're doing all the things to get their name out there as much as humanly possible. And if you're slacking on any of the major things that a brewery has to do to survive, well, that can end it for you. I mean, I've seen recent news about 2 other breweries in the Chicagoland area that only have a couple months left right now. And now these are 2 breweries that I have never been to, and I haven't tried their stuff. I'm not sure like why they're closing or anything, but I'm aware of 2 right now that are about to close. So it's a crazy cocktail of all this stuff that you have to keep all the balls juggling in the air all at the same time, because if you miss one, you could screw yourself over. But any person starting out a business knows that, you know?
Yeah.
There's so many things that can lead to the downfall. It's hard.
Yeah. We got a couple of breweries here, which Mal, you went to Our Lady when you was here.
Yeah.
So they're like a big warehouse type place, and they have bands Friday, Saturday. Me and Patrick, that was commenting there. We were at Our Lady last weekend with the band, and it was freaking crowded as hell. And then just maybe not even a mile down the road, there's another little brewery. Brewstillery is what he calls it. So he does his beer, and he does vodkas, and he does gin and whiskey and something else. I can't remember what the other one is. It's a little bitty hole in the wall place. Every time you go in there, there's only like 4 or 5 people in there. But he's been open for years, and it's like, how are they making it? Because there's no way there's enough people that come in and out of that place. And I love going there. Like, it's a cool place to hang out, but it's just kind of like, the only thing I do know is in talking with him, the owner of it is like, he paid cash for everything. Like, everything he did was all cash. So maybe that's a big part of it. But I'm like, there can't be enough people here to pay your staff and to keep this doors up. So Shannon always, kind of laugh about it. I was like, he's got to be doing some shit under the table, to make it work.
Well, I think she's probably half right, but so I know a couple breweries around here. Their tap room hardly ever has people, right? They don't do money on the tap room, but that's not where they're trying to make their money. They are making specialty beers for golf courses. They're making specialty beers for restaurants, labeling special and doing offsite sales way more, and that's been carrying the place for years. The tap room isn't what they're focused on. The tap room is a little bonus.
Yeah, I get that. But with this brewery, they don't do any of that. Like, you can't go to the store and buy their stuff local. Like, there's nothing that I know of that they're doing. I mean, they'll do some of the beer fests if it's local or whatever, but outside of that, it's like there's nothing there. And it's like, how are you guys making money to keep the doors open? So, or maybe he's just got a bunch of money and it's just because he was a home brewer, whatever is how he got started or whatever. Maybe he's got a shit ton of money and doesn't care. He just likes to do it and it occupies him. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Like,
they're gonna be watching this and be like, that Todd guy asked too many questions. Next time he's in here. Right? I think he's on us.
You've got a red alert. We need to put out an APB on this guy real quick here.
I should have put the black mask over in the hood.
Right.
We
need to get you in the witness protection program right now.
I know. Next week we're gonna log out and go, "Where's Todd?" And everyone's gonna be like, "Oh."
See, Robert De Niro, you got a big mouth. You got a big mouth. Oh man. Oh.
It's a cool place to go hang out. It's like, man.
Yeah.
Every time you go there, you always kind of. They do some specialty stuff every now and again, but it's like.
Yeah. But see, if you were going to run some shady stuff, what a better place to do it than slap something like Our Lady up on, like, because everybody think it'll be a church thing. Nobody's going to check us because it's Our Lady up.
That was a big ass place. You're like, you have no doubt because they always got shit going on there. Like,
we'll run the Goodfellow. We'll run the Goodfellow shit out of the back office. Yeah, they won't know.
But they got back houses. You're like, what do you need all the space for? But it's like, okay, do whatever they do.
Father Tony Two Fingers, yes. Oh.
Need your best sunshine distributed where?
Yeah. It can't be solid. You're right. It has to be liquid. What's up, Sam? Cheers, my friend. What is going on, brother? Yeah. I mean, it could be solid. It was like a solid beer. You just have to a lick at a time or something like that, like a lollipop or something.
Smoothie sours are a little.
Can you have a lollipop beer? I'm thinking of a lollipop beer. You drank it, you licked it, you did like a lollipop, and then it was like 10% ABV.
I'm pretty sure if they're coming down on vapes for advertising to children, that a lollipop of beer would probably fit that category.
Or one of the ring fingers and the big thing on it, like back as a kid, it was beer.
The ring pop, yeah.
Yeah, the ring pops. Like me, Bud Light ring pop.
Walking around with an imperial stout ring pop.
Stout ring pop, yeah. 10% ABV, okay.
The drink that I call Old E, and I wear my glasses so I can see. Yeah. Little Run DMC back in the day. It was a reference from The Wire. Yes, sir. I never finished that series. I still need to. I can still go back and finish it, but it was a good series.
I need to watch it. I'm like, yes, I know. I just haven't. And he's like, has Rod watched it? I'm like, no, but he's like, he lives there. I'm like, but I don't think. I
saw the first like 2.5, 3 seasons maybe, but it was Sunday night. Like Sunday night football would be on. Like I was doing fantasy, so I got out of it. So yeah. Oh, you can get Batch 19 in Colorado only. An agree from Mallory. Not sure what you're agreeing on, but
I think that was about all the ways that a brewery could fail.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You fucked up, Todd. Okay.
I mean,
I'm not sure where, but I'm going with you again, Rod, on that one too.
Yep.
I'm used to it. That's
He's
my
a
middle
goner.
name.
Everyone say goodnight. It's his last time on the show.
Enjoyed it. Always enjoyed it.
Cheers,
Todd,
Josh.
I swear to God, Todd, next week, if you're like sick or something and you're not on, people are going to freak. Don't do that.
What is up, Bill? Cheers, Bill.
Like, you're upgrading to be the best ever.
And then, brother, they come and Todd. Everybody's on top.
Hey, Beer Hounds! 1,000.
Yes. Yes, we helped Beer House last week get to 1K, so it was great to help them over that. So congrats, brother, in the 1K club. And we had TK get to 1K last week, too, or this week. This week or last week, TK's over 1,000 now, too. So
that's great.
The 1K numbers are falling for people.
I'm only 967 away, I think.
But once you start that grilling channel, you'll be right there.
I'm sitting
it's
right around 450.
perfect time for grilling.
Okay.
I know. The lazy side of us says, nah, you don't do all that.
We want to do some beer news. We want to talk beer news.
Oh,
Anybody need to refill beers before we do beer news?
I do.
Not yet.
I shall.
There's always one. There's always one.
I mean, I guess I can grab one just to have on deck, just in case.
Yeah, there's another one too. So there you go.
I'm just going right to the fridge, so you know.
And these are why we ask the questions that we ask. Rod said, "Love you, Todd. Got your back." Oh, well, yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Beer House. That's all you, dog. You put the work in. All we do is give you that last little push over the hump. So congrats to you for putting in the grind, and congrats on your 1 year anniversary as well from, what you were going through there too. I saw you put a video out on that. So congrats there. The fourth season is probably the best.
So
Okay.
right
before I pretty much clicked out. Yeah.
You tapped out too soon, Rod.
I did. I might go back. I mean, I always say, I hate to start a series where the series isn't available anymore, but it's like watching a movie. You watch a movie, you can't see anything else with it. So I could go back and finish watching the series.
But good thing though, now they're all out, so you can just watch them as you got to wait till next year for the new season to come out.
Yeah. I wish everybody just did like Prime. I'm watching Fallout right now. Prime, they put all the show out at one time.
How do you like? Oh, I know. It was like, why don't people do that?
Yeah.
Gotta watch
I'm enjoying it. What I'm getting a kick out of watching Fallout is I'm seeing the parts of the show that are coming from the game, like the different backgrounds and the scenery and the different stuff. So it's kind of cool how they're doing it. So
she started watching it. She's just kind of like, not sure about it.
I think if you play the game, it makes a difference.
I was gonna say, I feel like that would make a difference for sure.
Yeah. But I just finished, I think, episode 5, and the writing's pretty good on it. I think of the shows that I've watched that are video game translations, first is going to be like The Last of Us was probably the one I like the most.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think right now Halo is number 2 because I just finished the second season for that. And then third would be like Fallout right now that I'm watching. It's pretty good. Yeah.
The thing with The Last of Us is like, if you played it, yes, like we probably, I'm sure you played it, right?
Yeah.
Which when we played it, it's like, okay, so yeah. But even on the outside, like she loved that show.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't even know anything about the game, but I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you'd have to play the game to enjoy the show for sure.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like you knew some of the nooks and crannies of it if you played the game, some of the.
Yeah, it was interesting when you saw the show because you're like, somebody casted for some of the characters. Look at you, big dog, coming in with the other half. You didn't say you picked up Annie.
I did.
Broccoli, something, whatever.
You up here teasing Todd with that.
Broccoli. It's called broccoli.
Yeah.
And it has broccoli on it.
They got some type of broccoli fascination.
Got the broccoli on there.
It's a double dry hopped Imperial IPA.
I'm gonna grab another one too.
Wait. It's a 7.9% with Mosaic, Simcoe, Nelson Sauvin, Strata, Mosaic Cryo and Simcoe Cryo. And it does not include broccoli. They wrote on here that it doesn't actually have broccoli in it, which I thought was cute and nice of them to let people know.
Just not cool, Mel. Just not cool.
What?
Because I can't get it.
Cool?
That's why.
What's not cool? I
can't get it. That's what's not cool about it.
Todd, this is only the second other half beer I've ever tasted.
Oh, really?
Ever. Only my second time trying another half beer.
When me and Rod and Joe and Eric used to do the show, so we do some beer trades here, and that was when Rod was living in Cincinnati-ish area side of in Kentucky side. It's like him and I always had a hard time trading stuff because we get basically the same stuff,
right?
So it's kind of hard for us. But Joe would send other half all the time because he's up in that area. So it was like, oh yes, this is so good.
Hey, it kind of smells like broccoli. No, I'm kidding. Everyone's gone. Everyone left me. I was all alone.
We're dancing. We're dancing. I was all alone. Like, what's going on?
He left us. Sorry. Jurassic Park throwback. I'm good. But yeah, citrusy and piney at the same time in the nose, and ooh, whoa, it's got a bite. This one bites back a little bit. This one bites back a little bit. Dry, a little sharp, but juicy. It's nice. I like it.
I got another beer here. I'm going to let it sit for a second, but we're going to go with the 10-layer coconut. RAR, 8.0% ABV.
Did you say 10-layer coconut?
Huh?
Did you say 10-layer coconut?
10-layer coconut. RAR Brewing.
Just verifying.
Rod, remember when Joe used to send us some other half stuff?
There you go, brother.
Didn't have like wouldn't a lot of the stuff have like broccoli?
Yeah, there's a thing with them about the whole broccoli thing. They got something around. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
You're right.
Well,
I hate broccoli though. Broccoli's the vegetable I hate the most.
You choose the same way. I love broccoli.
I mean, literally, it makes me vomit. So.
I mean, I hate it and I don't love it.
I love this broccoli more than regular broccoli, though.
Yes, for sure.
I'm like Will Ferrell, except opposite. Like the way it hits the lips, it comes right back out. So,
because Joe used to send us other half, and Eric used to send us the Old Nation stuff at times.
Yeah.
But now we get Old Nation here, and I never pick it up hardly ever.
I never get other half now that I have it here. But if you come across other half, Billy Brockman again with the whole Brock thing because of broccoli, that's actually a pretty tasty one from other half too. But any of their anniversary beers, if you see them, grab them when you see them. They are solid. And the one I had last year, which was other half, the Veil, Side Logic, and I can't remember who the fourth one was. They collaborated on it. It was like the only beer I gave a 5 out of 5 on. It was like freaking phenomenal. It was phenomenal. It was just like,
that's cool.
Yeah, I could die now. I'm good. Like type thing. It was just one of those beers that I just like, I don't know if it gets better than this. I mean, it's just solid. So
Mel, do y'all get a lot of them there or just hit and miss?
I if they come in, I don't find out about them soon enough to get them. I never get them. But my dad's
fascinating that like distribution just carries over certain states and lands there.
Well, this is from my dad's dinky little town, like the tiny little town, and where my dad lives had 4 different kinds, and I can't find them here, so I don't know what's wrong.
Well, I remember like
we call that a diamond in the rough.
Yes.
I remember. I don't know if you know who Tom the Beer Whisperer is, but like he lives in St. Louis-ish area, or in not St. Louis, but Springfield. He used to get shit that I couldn't get here that was on the East Coast. I'm like, it has to come through our state to get to you. Like, how are you getting there? And this is years and years ago. I'm like, this doesn't make no sense. Like, distribution's a son of a, you know what?
I need to go on Tom's thing. I was on Tom's thing a couple weeks ago. It was fun.
Yeah,
on there again. Yeah.
Good. I watched you guys when y'all went live.
Good times. Let's see here. Beer, I said thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. We appreciate it being there for you.
It was really fun.
For season best beer. Oh, first year I went through these I think already. Hey Rod, where the beer whisperer? Well, we were just talking about Tom the Beer. You talking about Tom the Beer Whisperer? We were just talking about Tom the Beer Whisperer. Halo for the way. Halo was pretty solid of a show. I liked Halo the first 2 seasons. I just finished it like probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was pretty good. That can't look in Flashy Mallory. Yeah.
Yeah, all the broccolis.
All the broccolis.
All the broccolis.
They get into the point, Mallory. Yeah. Where you at again, Todd? Oh well.
Disappeared. See, you pissed off the wrong person. They cut your stream.
No, I think he's just asking where Todd was at. I don't think he was asking where he disappeared to.
Oh,
Southern Indiana. Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I got worried when you guys all left.
Oh.
I was like, whoa.
This is one of my last Yinglings.
Oh.
One of your last ones. Should I do I have it here for you? Let me take a look here, Big Daddy. I was trying to find Taps, so I didn't put Taps back on here yet. So there you go. Trez in the house. What up, Trez? Welcome to the party, my friend. Welcome to the party, pal. That's what I need to get. Bruce Willis, welcome to the party, pal. I need to get that sound effect on here.
Trez, I was thinking about the other day watching the Reds game. It was like, we got to come to Cincinnati and hook up with you sometime and go hang out.
Oh, I did find out I'm going to be in Cincinnati as part of the J BeerVentures tour this year. I'll be in there like the second week of September for work.
Oh, okay.
So maybe, depending, we'll see. Maybe I'll stay an extra day or two, but
Wait,
I'll be back up then. Cincinnati. Part of the tour this year. Was somebody back there?
No.
No,
Is the ghost?
No, I'm sorry. One of my cats is literally right outside the door just crying because she can't get in. And I was wondering if you guys could hear her because she's just like, let me in. Why can't I come in? And I'm like, oh my God, cat, leave me alone.
Ours does the same thing. I'm like, shut up.
Another part of the tour, I will be at Pittsburgh
Ooh.
for the Barrel and Flow Fest, Beer Fest, which will be in August.
Awesome.
So that'll be another part of the tour. So
Nice.
doing some tour stuff. Although I know we talked about it before. I don't know if I'll be able to get it in for this year. If I can pull it off, still it'll be Denver for the Great American Beer Fest. So
yeah, I still
trying to go on tour this year. Because I want to rock. Yeah.
Oh,
oh, man, as I sing, I'm gonna worry about
you
that.
sounded just like them.
Tacos.
I mean, it's pretty close.
You made some, did you bring enough tacos for the class, Rod? Because everybody loves tacos. It's not even Tuesday; it's Thursday. Still got a tea, but it's not the right tea.
Right.
But yeah.
I want tacos.
Who doesn't like tacos? Like, who is that person that say doesn't like tacos? Like, there's gotta be some people that don't like tacos.
I have a sushi burrito in the fridge.
It's not a taco though. That's unique. Is anybody in the chat not like? Is there anybody out there that's watching, listening, that you don't like tacos? Let me know in the comments. I'm just curious. Like, is there anybody that doesn't like tacos?
It's like parfait. Everybody loves parfait.
I can see where some people might not like pizza because of the cheese or, whatever it tastes like. So, like, tacos are like, you gotta like a taco.
Come on, that was a Shrek reference. Did you get the Shrek reference? It was Donkey from Shrek.
I think the parfait, like onions.
Everybody loves parfait. Parfait's got layers.
Like an onion, yeah. No, not like an onion, like a parfait. I did not catch it at the time, but I did catch it now. Oh, the Beer Whisperers in Rod's area. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Tom's pretty cool. Yeah, because Rod's out there in St. Louis. He's something.
Yes.
You know what?
Let's say it right.
That's like
Rod.
saying bless his heart.
Rod says that, and I kind of want to go back and find that clip just for like an ultimate, like maybe the 10-year anniversary, like clips over the years, and have that clip. You know
that night. Oh, that was so like uncomfortable, but it was so funny at the same time.
I feel like that's like one of those clips. It's kind of like the John Chaney chasing down John Calipari type thing. Remember when Temple and he was like, "I'll kill you, I'll kill you," and he like tries to run at him at this. I feel like I need to pull that clip for a 10-year anniversary show. Like,
God, it was that was like back in the day when it was like 10 people on there and you couldn't get a word in.
Yeah.
And Joe was on there, but you couldn't see his face, so we never knew who Joe was before, you know. Joe. And Drunken One too. It's like Drunken One and Joe just like had their emblem up or whatever.
Well, Joe was like sending me things like, I feel like we're arguing, but I don't know why, because we're agreeing, but we're arguing still.
Tom and Drunken One,
But the Tom and Jay was the classic
Jay
one. Jay
was like, oh Lord. And Tom would do anything he could just to get Jay going. Like, you call him every name in the book, I think, besides, you know.
Oh my God! When he's like, "Is your robe and cleaner?" Or something?
Oh, that was so funny. No, that was so good.
Oh my God! There's some classics on those things back in it. I got to go back and pull them one day.
Which I'm sure you probably. Who was streaming on then? Do you remember?
Well, we were streaming on Hangouts and stuff back then.
Well, it was just Hangouts. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Channels or anything. That's true.
It was just like. I mean, I'm not fun to mock misery like that, but there was some funny shit in those. I mean, it's like it's like watching Dave Chappelle. Like, you'll cringe at some moments, but then you're like, you know what? He is pretty funny though.
That was some times right there. Back in the day when everybody first started out, I think, really, for the most part.
Oh, I need one episode where it's like, well, would you drink a beer with a swastika on it? Yeah, I would. Like, it's like, wow. That set a whole new tone there, too. Oh, this is, for those of you tuning in right now, there were some classics that happened years ago. The 10-year anniversary, I got to pull some stuff next March to share.
Right, how long do you think that was when that happened?
You know, technically, the swastika was a symbol long before the Nazis used it.
I know. It was
Empire, I believe.
Yeah, it was corrupt. It was corrupted by them. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, but that was probably like 2013 or something. I think maybe around there, 2012, 2013. We were having some of those because I think when we were doing those,
you know what? I'm 99.9% sure we're in this house now. We moved in like January of 14.
Yeah. So it might have been a little bit later. Yeah.
It had been right in there because
it
wasn't too long. Because I remember sitting downstairs, you know, doing the hangouts then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was even back then like me and Patrick first started talking about even playing Call of Duty and stuff too back then, right? So that was a while ago.
Yeah. Because when we were in our house, I never did any hangouts on YouTube or you know, whatever before YouTube.
Yeah. It's just funny seeing some of the old videos and seeing how young people were on them as far as looking and stuff too. Yeah. I have to go back and the 10-year special, March of 2025.
Oh, if you can find that,
I'm going to pull some of that. I'll just start pulling some of the old classics to be able to share on that. That's going to be epic. If I could pull some of that stuff, that's going to be just like,
that would be epic.
Freaking one of those celebrity roast type things on stuff. I mean, it's just like hilarious on some of the stuff. I mean, it's crazy, but yeah. Oh, let's see. Yeah, West Daytona, we got that there. Hey, Trez. Sipping some Benchmark Foolproof 125 proof deal. $25.
I mean,
I don't know what it usually goes for.
More for like $9 anyway, so.
You know. Oh.
He loves Benchmark. He's like, that's a good, like, just sipper at home, whatever.
Yeah.
House bourbon or whatever for $9, whatever it is. Like, oh yeah. Pretty
An
good.
HBC 1-2. What is HBC 1-2? What's up? Rutgers shirt? Are you still doing the bubble tea? I thought you drank that a while ago.
I still have bubbles left.
What happened to the beer? It's a beer show. You're doing bubble tea on a beer show. Okay, just checking. Denver, that's what's up.
Broccoli and tapioca.
Wait, unless bubbles are full of beer.
Well, appreciate that. Yeah, I responded to your thing earlier in the Genesee. Definitely appreciate that. I love the whole thing. So you would like this, Mal. So I did a review like years ago on Genesee, and Cookies and Dad talked about how good it was for the Genesee thing. He liked the review, but talked about how it paired up like reading the Talisman. And there's an episode in there with the Genesee and the bartender that he kind of tied it in. It really, really cool comment. I'm like, you know what? Pairing a beer in a book, that's kind of a cool idea. So I appreciate that thought there. Yeah. But he's right there in Denver as well. I'm very dedicated. You know, it's funny. I was talking to one of the other shows I was on last night. We were talking after hours, and I feel like for me, I'm kind of one of those people. If I'm in it, I'm fully in it. So I take the time to put stuff in it. I read, I talk, I communicate. You know, I speak with a lot of the breweries and all that kind of stuff. I've homebrewed. So I put everything in because I want to bring everything I can to the table with it. But I love my passion for beer, and I'm glad it's sharing, and you guys are enjoying it as well. So definitely welcome to the channel, my friend. Hope you make it out this. Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, Great American Beer Fest is on the list for sure. And like I said, this year, I got to still take a look. I'm going to try to make it out there, but I've got for the first time, I'm going to try to get to, I tried to get there before, but I broke my wrist, but Barrel and Flow Fest, which is in August. And then we got a beer get together in July.
Right.
Oh, Mal.
I want to go, but I'm not going to be able to make it this year, but we should do it next year for sure.
For Great American or Barrel and Flow?
Either.
Okay.
No, Great America for sure next year.
Well, I want to get out. Man, Baltimore. You're the Sirens out there. That's just Baltimore right now. But
I do want to get Great American this year. 100%. I'm going.
I do want to get out again to a Cincinnati Beer Fest. I do miss the Cincinnati Beer Fest. So I'm thinking I probably won't get out there for the small one they do at the ballpark this year and at the end of the summer. But maybe next February or March when they do it at Duke Energy Center. So I'm thinking of trying to get that slated in because I feel like I got to get back to my roots. I got to get back and see the folks.
Let me know.
I miss them. Okay.
Let me know if you do. We'll meet you there.
Yeah. It's like I was telling the Argonauts last night. It was kind of cool because, like, you know, because I go now and it's like people were like, "Oh, I remember you taught me how to do this. You taught me." It's kind of like I miss my little, not even 15 minutes of fame. My little 2 minutes of fame. My little 2 minutes of fame. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we can find out how many people are doing fried bologna sandwiches again. So
bologna sandwich. It pairs great with bubble tea, by the way.
Stop with the bubble tea. That bubble tea is lasting a long time, by the way.
I know. No.
It's hard to get the little bubbles.
It's because trying to get it up through the straw.
Yeah. Just open it up and just drink it at this point. Benchmark great bourbon for the price. Fat said.
Look fun.
Well, some like to swallow, some like to suck. I can't complain.
Careful, Buster.
I can't believe I just said that, but I didn't think you heard me there. But apparently you did.
Oh yeah.
I didn't hear you. Say it again.
You got a giant microphone 3 inches from your face. I think everybody heard you.
Oh, what is that? That was Black Nose Stout from Bell's. Very nice.
That's a good one. For 2023, so.
Four Roses is solid. You'll try it. Four Roses is supposed to be really good. A lot of the breweries do a lot of barreling with Four Roses.
Like I'm getting more accustomed to bourbons, but Four Roses is probably, if I had to choose a favorite, it's probably my favorite.
Catch me rolling. A.N. There you go.
I did it. It's a drink
she
and
did.
a snack.
Home Brewer Conference, Great American Beer Fest, back to back. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Beer Man's actually he's entered into a couple of home brew fests. That beer I had from him was great tonight. So he actually, for those of you that came in late, one of the guys, Beer Man, make sure you check him out. Babu West Coast IPA. This is one of the home brews he did. Phenomenal. As far as a West Coast IPA goes.
Man, it looks professional by the can.
Oh, you had carnito tacos for supper? Everybody doing tacos on Thursday. Carnitas.
By the way, it was Sweet Babu that Sally calls Linus and Peanuts. I looked.
Okay. I don't think I've ever saw that on an episode. I don't remember that one.
She's like, "He's my Sweet Babu." That was just her little thing that she called him. It was very strange.
Maybe he should have had Linus on the label, but that might have been a whole copyright thing. So yeah.
Probably. I'm willing to bet someone's still making money off Charles M. Schultz's work.
Okay, they put a date on this one. I'm just checking because I like when breweries say drink fresh, and I hate when breweries don't put a date on it.
You're
Like
right.
you get those cans and it'll say drink, store cold, drink fresh, and you look for the date. There's no date on the can. Come
You know
on,
what?
man.
Well, that's
Mine
like
You
this
gotta,
one.
you,
Like
has
drink
a date, but
fresh,
it's all
drink
mushed
cold.
and I can't read it.
oh yeah, it gets rubbed off after a point.
Well, no, it's not rubbed
Okay.
off. It's like it printed funny on a curve,
Mm.
and I cannot read that at all. I don't know.
Carnitas tacos are good, but I tell you what, if you haven't had pork belly tacos, you're missing the whole shebang bang, as Dave Chappelle would say.
I
Because the
mean,
pork belly
pork
tacos
belly,
are freaking
pork belly,
different
anything.
level.
Pork
Yeah,
belly,
it's
anything.
Did
it's
I
a
tell
different
you?
level.
Did I tell you what my head chef did for Valentine's Day for tacos?
Is it pork belly? Because if it is, I am
No,
in.
I think you did tell us that back then.
He did lengua tacos because everyone deserves a little tongue for Valentine's
Oh
Day.
yes, I remember you saying that now. Yes.
Yeah.
I love this man. I want to hit him in the head with a brick half the time, but I do love this man.
$22 for 4 roses at Wally World? That seems pretty cheap.
It does.
You going to live stream the Beer Fest?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you are.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Which beer fest? Like if
All
I
of
go to Barrel Flow, I'll live stream different parts of it. I'm sure. If I go to the YouTubers, I'm sure people will be live streaming at some point. I actually gave some ideas to Paul and Ray last night. Also, I'm not trying to. This is your guys' thing and Shane. But we had to talk afterwards. I'm like, if you're doing this and you want people to really be serious, here's some ideas you can run with. But again, that's up to you how you guys will do it. I'm just a guest, kind of just coming through. So
I'm actually going to a beer fest Saturday.
which one?
Up at Taxman
Oh,
Brewery.
that's a good one. Taxman's got some good stuff. Yeah.
So they do one.
How
They've done it for 4 or 5 years now, I think. So it's at their brewery and pretty
How
much
many breweries are going to be there?
I'm not
or is
really
it-
sure exactly. Hang on, let me see. I just
Yeah.
saw. I'm going with her brother and his cousin. Their cousin came up from Tennessee, so
Very
so we're
nice.
gonna head there on Saturday.
Yeah, her brother's outside of Nashville, right?
Well, her cousin's outside of Nashville, or not Nashville.
Because
They live in Clinton, Knoxville. They're outside of Knoxville.
if you guys get back down, because I know you guys have been to Nashville before, but Tailgate's doing some pretty good things on there.
Oh,
So I was
yeah.
going to tell you, stop by Tailgate if you get back down there. They've done some new things taking place.
Like I bought a 6-pack of Tailgate or a 4-pack, whichever. Last time we were in Knoxville last year.
Yeah. Which, as far as a variety of beers, Tailgate probably has been the best brewery that I've had from peanut butter beers. Like none of their peanut butter beers, and I've had the regular, the Imperials, and different ones. They never seem to miss on the peanut butter. So if you like peanut butter stouts, they're pretty solid.
So let's see. Looks like there's 50-ish, 48, 49 breweries or some sort there.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you'll probably have about, you said like 150 to 200 beers,
Probably. And it was only like, I say only, which is fairly cheap for a lot of the beer fest you go to. It was only like $60 for the.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, that's
I'm
pretty
gonna
good.
say VIP, but it's not really VIP. But they had like 2 stages, so you get like the $60 one. And they include like a 4-pack of their type of beer they brew, or you can get like their standard for $50, whatever. But it doesn't include the beer with it. So.
Yeah. Last year I didn't go to the Maryland Beer Fest here in September, but I'll probably go to it this coming year, as long as I'm not in Cincinnati at that time when they do it, because they do it close around Labor Day, I believe, and it might be that weekend when I'm in Cincinnati after Labor Day. I got to see when it is. That's when I was doing a lot of shorts a couple years ago when I was doing that and talking to different people. So
now her brother and I went a couple of years ago, and it was freaking hot when we went.
Yeah.
We sweated our what off. But this Saturday is only supposed to be like 62 degrees, so it'll be nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Like when be sweating to death.
4 Roses is solid for the price.
Yeah.
The other thing too, talking with going to Toronto. I say Toronto, Niagara, because I keep thinking Ontario. Everything in Ontario is Toronto. It's not that way, but I just kind of figured in my mind but going to Niagara, I know Todd, you're a golfer. I don't know if Mal or Chu, you golf, but I talked to them. Like Paul and Ray both golf. So if I do come in, if I do come in early, they're like, well, yeah, we can bring the golf clubs and they have a golf course and stuff we can hit and everything. So just to let you know.
Foursome, that'd be go different ways there. in golf.
Yeah, well, in Canada, I mean, you know.
Oh shit, for sure, yes, definitely that.
But we talked about that too, possibly. So
I'll throw my clubs in there for sure.
Yeah. Just because I think you're going to drive up like we are. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I do mini putt.
There you go.
There you go.
F a Best Buy date. Trogs, I'm looking at you. You know what? If I get a canned on date or a Best Buy date, I'm happy. When I get no date, that's what pisses me off sometimes. When I get no date and they say drink fresh, store cold, that pisses me off because I'm like, how do I know it's fresh if you don't tell me what date you actually put this out? I'm like, it's not hard. It's common sense. Like, you can't tell me to drink fresh and store cold if you don't tell me what the date is. So
they can still tell you to store it cold, though.
They can tell you store it cold. They can tell you that, but don't you dare put that drink fresh on there if you don't give me a date. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not gonna be like Greg. I know Greg's beer reviews. He blasts people when they do that shit on the date. So I'm like, I love Greg. Greg's the OG. Him, like, people look at me as an OG. I look at like Greg. I look at like Joe. I look at like Simon over Real Ale Crap. Like, those are the ones that when I came on, they were already kind of doing it and stuff. So it's kind of like, yeah, Joe and Greg will be like, come on, guys.
Random question. I know what OG stands for, or what it means. What does it actually stand for? It's an acronym for something, right?
You just said you know what it means.
No, I know it means someone who's been around a long time. I just
like original gangster.
Original
gangster. Yeah.
I did not know that. Yeah. I assumed it was old geezer.
That's fucked up, but no, that's not right. Technically, it could work. I mean, technically, it could, but that's not what we would actually want to use. I mean,
I heard you call them all old geezers. I was like, well, that's not very nice. It must mean something else.
Look, Todd. Damn you, millennials. Damn you, millennials.
Millennials not knowing a phrase, please. That has nothing to do with age.
So, Rod, is that OG with an A and OG with an ER?
Yeah. A. Well, millennial does have to do with age because it's by your generation, so it would be by age.
Millennial does. I'm saying OG doesn't have to do with age. Someone can be a baby boomer or a Gen Z and not know what OG stood for. I'm just saying, like.
I mean,
the age doesn't decide. You just haven't heard what it meant. Information can come at any age.
I would not buy IPAs. That's how it is. Like, IPAs nowadays, there's no date on it. You do it at your own risk, right? So it's kind of like you should have it on there for stuff. I mean, even like I think Lagunitas, like they don't have a date on here, but everybody knows when it comes out, so you kind of know you're okay to actually get it now. Oh, we had like a freaking stack of them at our liquor store here.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
I really don't buy beer that often anymore. I end up getting it.
Well, now not everybody works at a brewery. Not everybody works at a brewery now.
It changes the game when you work in the industry because people are just handing out beer all over the place. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. But
I do the same thing. I hand out beer all the time.
It was funny. What was that? I was at one of the liquor stores here in Maryland a couple weeks ago, and I was talking to a guy, and we had went out there, we had dinner, and we got a snack thing. And there's a liquor store. Let me see what kind of beers they got in there. She was waiting in the car for me. So I went in and I was like one of the sales reps in there for one of the breweries. And I was like, introduced myself to him, gave him one of my cards, all kinds of I knew. He's like, oh, I got this. And you want to try it? Like, I've already had all it was like Dogfish Head. I already had all of that. Like, he just kept trying to hard. So I'm like, dude, I drink these all the time. Like, I literally don't have time to really sit here and try to go back and forth with you. Like, I told you I'm just grabbing something real quick. And met the owner of the store and stuff, grabbed something that left. It was just like, you don't have to hard sell me, dude. I'm already into the beer stuff. I already know your beers. I've had them. I enjoy them. It's okay. You don't got to sell everybody. Like, you can just tell he was a little over eager to try to get it done.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to stop by the liquor store on the way home from work that does like the discount beers, whatever. They were selling like the Stone Enjoy by 420 beer.
Yeah.
And it was gonna be like $3.99 or whatever. Is it a 6-pack or a 4-pack?
Yeah, six pack. Yeah.
Maybe
I think unless they might have it in can. They might have pint cans, or it might be a 4-pack too.
But I was like,
yeah.
Okay, so Enjoy by 420. It's not gonna blow up after that. So for $4.99, like that's right.
I would grab it.
Right
yeah,
there. I'm gonna buy
right there. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop tomorrow and see if they still have some. Like I'll buy it. I don't care.
Well, Stone brought back the Mocha IPA this year, but I have not been able to find it yet. That's what I want to get.
Oh yeah. Well, if I see it here, I'll get some for you and send it to you because I know how much you like that beer.
Single barrel is bomb.
Yeah. My tap room was working on a 5 milligram THC beer. We're not technically allowed to sell it at the moment, but I have gotten to try it, and I have a very low tolerance, and it got me. I felt it.
Okay.
So that was fun.
The table.
Yeah, it surprised me a little.
I've only had a couple of THC beers, but yeah, it is a different feel that you get from them too. So
and
it's
it was
not like
blueberry clementine was the flavor. It was a lovely flavor, really nice flavor.
Fuck, the only one I had was Rod. Didn't they have didn't Sweetwater have like the 420 version that was THC?
Yeah, but it wasn't a THC beer. That was just to represent the strain.
I know they have 420 in a bunch of, but I was thinking at the beer fest when we were there, they had like a variant of that.
We had a variant, but it was like the Be Real variant, I think, but it was still not THC, but it was just a different.
Okay. Well, I remember
feel
the
they did,
but I was thinking one of them had like THC in it.
Yeah,
but maybe not.
Yeah, no, they haven't been able to do that at Sweetwater yet, but
this one surprised me. I got very giggly. It was just like, whoa, that's fun. But again, we're not allowed to sell it yet, so we'll see.
the ones I had were, which I haven't talked to Steven in a while. I got to check, make sure he's okay. But Eclipse Brewing, he has sent me a couple from out in Seattle. He actually brewed the stuff they were pretty decent. So yeah. And now, like, they're rolling out some of that stuff, like, through Canada and some spots and stuff like that. And they're here in the States, they are looking at some spots, like in California and some things where they can sell them through dispensaries. Mm. But I'm hoping they bring it to Maryland, because Maryland is one of the legal states as well. Go to check out. Let's see here. Okay, date yourself with the best OG story. Make sure the details give away that moment in time. Best OG story?
Like where the person was an OG, or where they called out somebody for it, or what?
Where you met an OG, or you were the OG? I need more clarity on that one, Everson. But I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, because apparently I got my 12-year-old bladder tonight for some reason.
Well, I mean, you got broken steel probably, so that happens. I already done it twice tonight. I'm like,
I've never had to go as much as I'm going tonight for some reason, but
it happens.
You let us know more so Mal and Ty can figure this out, and I'll be right back.
You know what? I'll go with what I thought OG meant. Old geezer. The first time I felt old, I was 17. 17 years old. I felt old for the first time. I was doing a thing with high school where you could shadow someone in the profession you were thinking about going into, like for a semester, and see how to do a thing. So I was shadowing a music teacher at another local school, and he was doing kind of a music appreciation class with the kids in the class, and he was playing the song "Horse with No Name" by America, and the song was playing. And he one of the kids asked when the song came out, and he said, "Well, it doesn't say on the case here. The CD came out in 1992, and I know 1990, and I know this song is older." And one little girl in the back went, "I was born in 1990," and I went, "Oh God, I feel old." That was my first time ever feeling old. Because she never saw the 80s, and I was sad. So yes,
there you go.
That's my old geezer story. Since I know that's not what you were asking for, that's what I gave you.
I mean, I don't even know if I can even think of anything. That's a good. I don't know, Emerson.
OG story. I mean,
That.
it's like the time you were an OG, or the time someone else was an OG, or here we go.
That can go in different directions for sure. Like, I'm not
Oh,
sure.
he put up an example, but we can't. Oh no, I'm alone again. They left me.
I'm here. Oh, no.
I keep hitting the wrong button when I come back.
Keep dancing. Round and round.
Why do I keep being alone?
There wasn't much to do. All the bowling alleys had been wrecked. So as I spent most of my time looking for beer.
Oh, that's my fault. I hit the wrong button there. Did Emerson explain it more though? By the way,
Yeah, that sound clip you did though. What was that?
That's from that was Rick Moranis, I think, from when they were doing. What's that one where we were going to Canada for beer? Maybe I think it was from that one.
Oh,
there wasn't much to do. All the bowling alleys had been wrecked. So as I spent most of my time looking for beer.
It was the movie where we were going to fight Canada, go to war with Canada.
Amen.
You know, it's so funny because when you played it, all I could think was what Barney Rubble would say to Fred after the apocalypse. Like that's the first thing that sprung to my mind is what Barney Rubble would say to Fred after the apocalypse.
I've got some of these things on here.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
I'm trying to remember what I put in for stuff. Oh my goodness. Yeah, soundboards can definitely be fun to actually add some stuff to, for sure.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers. Oh no. 5 beers. 6 beers. 7 beers.
What?
8 beers. 9 beers.
Oh, it's only 9? Aw.
But then he said a margarita afterwards, or a Bloody Mary, one of them.
It's like 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor.
Oh.
Damn, I'm good.
Sounded like the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh, that was like Duke Nukem from back in the day.
Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Well, we kept saying that to Ray.
Are you kidding me right now?
We kept saying that to Paul last week when Paul kept breaking through the wall. We're like, you need to come in and do the Kool-Aid thing. I was skateboarding to the Palace Theater, sneaking to Die Hard. I did a sideways stop on my board, slid in traffic, ran over by Cadillac, bent my truck, but I continued to the flick. It was Strange Brew. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of the name. It's Strange Brew. Yeah. I couldn't think of the name of the movie offhand. But yeah, I knew the movie. I couldn't think of the name of it.
I knew it, but I couldn't think of it.
But how's that an OG moment? Oh, you saying the OG, like you played it off and just kept going? Like,
oh.
Is that the OG, like?
He just got like dust it off and just kept on.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm not really sure. I feel like she could probably answer this for me better than I could answer for myself.
I don't know if I've had an OG moment.
Yeah.
When we were at Thunder over Louisville way back in the day, we were drinking and went and threw up in front between the cars, and then you came back.
It's funny you say that because we were just talking about tonight before coming on the show. Yes.
I would think
Dr. Pepper's had 5 of them in an hour, and it was like a couple hours later.
I mean, that's not good.
Then the rest of the day, I was good. I was like, oh, that was what I needed right there. I was so good. I was like, okay, let's go.
I mean, myself.
I mean, that might be a good OG moment. Right
taking
there.
A couple buddies with me, and we went into the Randy Couture poker tournament and acted like we were supposed to be there. So I had them follow me, and they were like, "How are we going to get in?" I'm like, "We're just going to go right in." We're at Golden Nugget. I've been at Golden Nugget many times. I know people who walk right in. I know where the ballroom is. I've spoken in the ballroom, and they're like, "You're kidding, right?" Like, no, we're going to walk in. And I came in the front door, kind of walked in, ended up talking to Randy Couture, took a picture of Randy Couture, ended up meeting Kevin James, meeting a few other actors. Rampage Jackson was there, Chumley was there from Pawn Stars, and got invited to the after party upstairs at the club. I mean, it was just and we were there for my buddy's younger brother's 21st birthday, who was a huge MMA fan anyway, who about shit his pants the whole time we're doing this, because he's just like, I don't know how we just pulled that off. But he was and I was like, come take a picture with Randy. And he was so nervous he couldn't even move to take a picture with any of the MMA fighters. But it was like, yeah.
Did you say you forgot who you're with? I get you. Call me.
Literally.
That's an OG story right there. That's a good
so, I mean, another Vegas story is we went out to Vegas one time for a beer festival. It was their Brews, whatever, out of Vegas. And we were going in. And again, it was Golden Nugget, because I stayed at Golden Nugget a few times. Had a couple of buddies from work. One of my buddies from work and one of his friends. So we were out there for the festival. So we go to the festival, and I'm like, oh, yeah, they're going to be this. And then we're going to go to the party up at the Golden Nugget afterwards. And they're like, okay, like we're going to go to Nugget. And they're like, you're basically on the list. And I was like, well, okay, we'll do that. And we'll go up. So we go up there. And I just walk in, like, past where we're supposed to go. And they were behind me. And the guy stopped them. And they're like, what are you doing? And they're like, well, we're going in. We're like, we're with Rod. And they're like, you're not with Rod. Like, you're not with Rod. And I didn't turn around and say anything because I was just walking.
You're like, bye.
And
bye, bitches.
And they wouldn't let them in. And so I turned around, they weren't there. So I called them on a cell phone. They're like, oh, they wouldn't let us in because they said we weren't with you. I'm like, what are you talking about? And it was like, they didn't believe the guys were actually with me, but I walked in with no problem. Like, you knew who I am. So come on.
Of course I did. Of course I did. Everybody knows who you are.
I've had a few OG moments, I guess you can say. Now that I think about it. Yeah.
Man, coast to coast.
I mean, walking into places and getting deals and, not paying for meals or getting beers and stuff like that, everything. Yeah, the Rod J deal. So, yeah, I guess I do get some OG type things that happen from time to time.
That's pretty good there. That's good.
Somebody's at Woodard Brewing, they're like, hey, we want to get you some beers to try out or whatever like that. Next time we're down in Cincinnati, we'll let you know. And they drop a case in my lap. Like, I wasn't expecting a case. I was expecting like one or two. Like, So, yeah, some things work out. But I'm no way saying I'm an OG. I'm just saying shit happens. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think I have the personality, the temperament, or the face to pull off OG in general. I panic if I'm breaking a rule. I have no poker face.
Didn't you just tell us it's better to ask for forgiveness?
Yeah.
With permission? That's an OG rule right there.
No,
that kind of is.
That's an OG rule.
Rob, the only reason I said that rule is because that's what you told me about how I should film in tap rooms. You
don't tell people that. They don't know that. They don't know that watching. They don't know that.
And I said I can't do that. I have to ask permission first.
Oh, OG Braxton Labs.
Oh,
we got the deal there, and Eric's like, I don't understand. And we're like, Eric, give her the money. Just give her the money. We're good. Like,
wait a minute. What are you talking about? Rod's going, shut up, man. Just let me take care of it. Like, all right, you got this. All right, you got it.
Oh,
I forgot about that. That's true. That was.
So there was one thing that happened, but I wasn't personally the OG. I just happened to be in the group with the person who was. But we ended up getting in. We went to this club in Chicago, and there was an elevator, and we saw like people were putting in a code to go up in this elevator. So one of my it was Chu's best friend, actually. She watched what someone put in for the code or whatever, and she put it in, and she and Chu went upstairs, and they called us and said, there's a party on the 4th floor. It's like a private party. You got to get up here. It was me and her husband still down on the bottom floor. So we followed up, and this private party, it was really strange, like very unusual. There were obviously a lot of people imbibing other things than alcohol. And
hopefully it was a P. Diddy party, because shit gets crazy at a P. Diddy party, I heard.
One of the rooms they were having midget throwing as like a sport.
Oh, Howard Stern party. Okay, that's cool.
there were people in like weird costumes and people dressed normal. Like Batman came in holding sparklers and ran up to one of the midgets and just picked him up and tossed him straight up in the air. And
that is the Howard Stern part.
There was really strange stuff happening all around us. And then some famous guy was behind the bar serving like not A-level actor, but like B or C level. I can't remember who it was.
Eric Roberts.
Who's that?
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's someone that people have heard of, but
that's Julia Roberts' little brother, but he's more of a B actor. Yeah.
No, Shu knows who it is. He's supposed to be home in the next 10 minutes or so I can ask him who it was. But
who is he though anymore? He's been
but,
in some things.
It was a really
he was a Batman. Yeah.
Really strange party.
Well, it sounds that way. I mean,
yeah. But again, I wasn't the OG because I literally cannot pull off stuff like that. I just can't. I'm way too freaking honest. I mean, I know how to use tact and not to hurt people's feelings, but otherwise, nah. I can't pull it off.
OG, like, were you a part of a significant cultural moment from the past that people would respect now? I mean,
I don't think so.
Back in the 90s, I was a hip hop DJ, and now it's different now. Like back then, I feel like your DJ nowadays is a lot, I'd say it's easier. In that back then, we had to actually use vinyl. We had to actually use records. Now things are on the computer, you can program it in. You still got to have the memory and know what to do when you want to do the mixes and stuff. But I feel like it was more difficult when you had to actually find the right record, cue the right record up, have to actually do that, where it wasn't just stored on the system for you. Not to mention, you had to have strength because you're carrying a lot of crates and speakers and amps and stuff in too. So you had to be, pretty good shape and stuff. So
that was back in the milk days.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the milk crates from Kroger or whatever the grocery store was, so you could put your records and stuff in them. But I mean, in the late 80s, 90s, kind of being part of that whole movement with hip hop and spreading that in house music, which house music was a great. When you're in Chicago now, but house music comes out of Chicago, and house music was just like,
I love house music.
That's basically before techno came out and stuff, and just like some of the stuff you had to do. Yeah, I mean, that was probably my cultural type stuff, kind of contributed into that, and kind of doing some of those type things, like a lot of the records and stuff that we would play.
I can't think of a significant cultural moment that I was a part of. I really can't. Like, I can't think of a single thing that I've just been in the right spot at the right time. Like, no. I can't think of any.
Yeah.
Now, if I was truly OG, I would have just made shit up and been like, fine.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I can't pull that off either because y'all would know I was lying the moment I said anything.
Like,
I couldn't do it.
Wasn't Ben, was it? What are you talking about?
I don't know if that's OG. I think kind of OG is kind of like.
Well, see, I was on this bus and this one lady wouldn't get up. Oh wait, no, I wasn't. That wasn't me.
You punched her in the face and it. No.
No, I got nothing. I literally have nothing.
I mean, it's an OG thing just comes with time. I think it just becomes like a respect type thing over a period. I don't know. It's for me when I think of like an OG, it's just kind of like that dude or that person. They kind of not old geezer, but this like. Just like they know how to run the street. They know how to do this. They know how to do that. If you ever want to get some knowledge, that's who you need to talk to type thing. Like I could say talking like yesterday, Alkanauts, after we got done, I talked to like Paul for like a couple hours after we were done. Ray had actually had to get off and do some stuff. And it's like he was like drilling me for different knowledge, right? Like he was really appreciating stuff we were doing. And like me and Mal, like we do stuff that all the time. So for him to talk to me would be like an OG moment where for him, he was saying how much he held me in esteem for the stuff that I was doing. That's kind of like the OG type thing, passing that stuff along because none of us are here forever, right? So if I can pass along anything that helps you guys out, that's going to help you guys as you push forward after I'm gone and I'm 6 feet under type thing. You know what I mean? So that to me is like the whole OG type thing.
Turn dark.
So, yeah. I mean, we're all going to die at some point. I mean, it's just, no one's beat Father Time. He's
We're
undisputed.
talking about like
But
tomorrow or something. This can be
but if you get to but if no, not tomorrow. Hopefully not tomorrow. Shit, I got a good paycheck coming up at the end of the month. I hope not. But it's like to be OG, you're to a level where people look up to you to ask you questions, look for guidance. That's becoming when you're like the OG type thing. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that's where the respect and stuff comes in. So I think we all hit OG levels at some point. So it's just a matter of being at and being there. Go ahead.
I've had a lot of OG moments, but they were all with children and music.
Well, you're an OG to them. You're an OG to them.
My workers and beer, like that's my OGs.
You're an OG to them because you have the knowledge and you can help them become better people. So those are OG moments.
I'm also an old geezer to them. Just saying.
Stop with the old geezer.
No, I'm both. I got both. I have back issues. I'm always sick. I mean, I call them sweetie and darling. Like, no, I'm an old geezer to them too. So see, I got it. I got both.
I know you got it. We're not trying to focus on the old part of it. We're just saying the knowledge part of it.
You're the G.
We don't get old. We mature. We're like wine. We just get better. We're not trying to do the aging of it. We know that wine is aging, but we're trying to say it gets better as it ages, right? So we don't want to focus on the aging part as much as the part of it getting better. You're too practical when you're thinking. You're going right for the age thing. Like, no, there's other things that come with the age thing. Just focus on those.
Get better with time, which is age, but doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah. But yeah. Cookie said, question and a quick comment. My brother and I used to spend hours in the cold case out of the way liquor stores finding new brews to love. Have you ever tried St. James Gate breweries from across the pond? Actually, I think I did have a St. James. Let me see here. Or am I thinking of St. Peter's maybe? I've not had St. James. It was St. Peter's that I actually had before.
I was thinking St. James. I was thinking...
Which we get a lot of St. Peter's stuff that comes. I think it was St. Peter's that I had. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I had the St. Peter's Golden Ale, which is also out of England. So we get a lot of those that come across over here. But I would definitely give it a try. I love trying beers from overseas. One of my favorite breweries here in Baltimore actually is all pretty much English type style beers. So it's pretty cool. And they're the ones that bought Flying Fish. So I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to continue them.
Nice.
Some brewery connects and they get free beer, but it's usually old.
Well, they're not nice.
I mean, are they old? Like if they're like here's an IPA, it's a year old, or is it like here's a 12% Imperial Stout that's a year old? That's totally different type of old.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, that's like we aged it for you. We cellared it for you type thing. So now if they give you a 6-year-old IPA like somebody bought from Brooklyn one time, yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. I should pull that clip up for the 10-year anniversary too.
It'd be like the story when Eric's like, I opened the bottle and just like plop, 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 plop in the glass.
It's like saying, hey, thanks for the beer, but why does the whole top peel off? I don't know.
The beer store sold him a 6-year-old like Brooklyn IPA.
Yes.
Shame.
Wait, why does this one have a pull tab on top? I don't understand.
Like,
what are you giving me?
Funky like this? I'm not sure what's going on here.
I didn't know they made cans like that anymore.
That's a classic 1950 PBR. What? Yeah. What's up, bro? I do what I can. It's all fun and games. So it's the boss hog. That's why I always teach Shay, like, don't call me a legend. I'm just out here doing what we do.
Jay's a boss hog.
Chew is my garbage disposal most of the time. If I don't really love something, I usually hand it off to him. If it's edible, he'll eat it. It's fine. We had 2 cans of beer, both hazies, from the same 4-pack in the fridge, and one of them was dented and like you could squeeze it and it would, bend and stuff. I was like, oh, don't drink that, sweetie. Get something else. And he's like, no, it'll be fine. So we both opened the same beer. there's first of all an obvious color difference. His is a lot darker than mine. I said, sweetie, you don't have to drink that. It's obviously gone bad. It was open. You can't drink that. He's like, it'll be fine. We both took a sip, and he said, can I try yours? And I let him try mine, and he's like, I don't think I should drink that. And I said, what is it like? And he's like, here. And I tasted it. I said, oh my God, don't drink that. It was so terrible. I'm like, there was probably mold in the can. I'm like, oh my God, why did you do that? Why did this happen?
But initially you told him don't drink it, and
he told him not to drink it. He doesn't listen. He's a garbage disposal. He'll eat anything. Like it doesn't bother him, and he doesn't get sick very often. Like if he does get sick, it's barely at all. And he attributes that to licking cell phones and handrails at metro stations. And I just told, I'm not going to do that.
I mean, sometimes you have to let it go.
And he did. I think that was his first drain pour. Actually, was a beer that had actually gone off and might have had mold in it. So,
he might have had a little tear when he did it too. He might have been upset.
Yeah, he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy that he was drain pouring a beer.
I would not be happy either.
I mean, he doesn't even like hazy IPAs. I don't know why he wanted to open it so bad. I'm like, stop! Don't have it. What are you doing?
Trooper. That's a trooper right there.
He's like, oh, it's probably just fine. I'm like, no, it's not.
No,
it's
heavy.
It's
not.
It's
actually not fine.
When you move it, and like, no, don't do that.
It's okay.
Just gotta let it go. Let it go.
You have to chew your beer. Something is wrong.
Chew? You have to chew your beer.
I didn't catch the pun, but yes, don't chew your beer.
I've not had the ice cream stout for St. Peter's. I've only had the one from St. Peter's. And the thing I tried to St. Peter's because they have a really interesting bottle. If you ever see the St. Peter's beer, it's kind of a cool, almost like a medicinal type bottle design they actually have. And I was like, that's pretty cool. So that's kind of got me interested in checking it out. But if the ice cream stout is something I should check out, let me know. I might give that one a try as well. Yeah, Howard Stern party. Anytime you got midgets being thrown across the room, I feel like that's a Howard Stern type party, right?
There's a very strange situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Apparently, there's different things from, I don't know, some of these celebrity parties I'm hearing about, some of these P. Diddy parties and stuff. I'm like, whoa, I thought Eyes Wide Shut was something, but apparently things are a lot worse in actual real life with some of these things taking place.
I mean, a lot of people for a party will just do, like a board game for entertainment. Oh no, that's not happening here.
That's old school.
I mean, apparently the safest place.
Oh.
apparently the safest place you could have been was a Playboy Mansion party compared to everybody else. I mean, apparently Hefner was actually the safest spot you could be at. So yeah. Name 3 songs that introduce you as old school OG. Have fun with it. Example: The Real Thing, Faith No More, Sundown Gordon Lightfoot, Snap Your Fingers, Break Your Neck, Prong. 3 songs that introduce you as old school OG. I like the Faith No More there. Want it all, but you can't have it.
So I'll say Crazy from Patsy Cline.
Crazy. That's old. That's old school.
Yeah,
that's old. That's your dad's old school.
Oh no, that's before him. Crazy from Patsy Cline, the Boogie Woogie Boogie Boy from Company B from the Andrews Sisters, and
where the hell did you? How are these OG for you?
And Me, Myself, and I by Billie Holiday.
These are like OG for your grandma. Like, how are these OG for you?
I like old music.
That's not an OG. That's like an OGGG.
That's my OG right there.
No doubt. That is an OGG.
It's like, what?
That's my OG right there. Is I know artists from the 20s, 30s, 40s, and I love that.
I know them, but that wouldn't introduce me as an OG. I don't think. What about you, Todd? What do you got?
I don't freaking know songs, artists, whatever.
Songs, artists.
Names of the songs. I don't know.
You'd be like Eazy-E,
No, out of there.
Whoa, hey.
The cat's running in the pantry. Here, let me mute it.
You'd be like Todd would be like easy. Todd would be like Easy, Boys in the Hood, and those songs you used to listen to back in the day. That kind of
Boys in the Hood. That could be Ice Cube. Some maybe. I don't know. I gotta think about that one. What about you, Rod?
Why are you trying to put it on me? I didn't ask you the question. It's my show. I asked the questions.
How's it feel? Spotlight. It's the spotlight.
OG back in the day. Public Enemy number 1. KLF. And In Excess. You get to the song, or is it the artist? Is it the song or the artist? Because you have 3 songs. If it's a song, it's like, whoa, Public Enemy number 1. Can't think of the name of the song for KLF, but Public Enemy number 1. Criminal Minded, KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions, and Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Mine might be probably the OG of OGs be
Ice-T.
No, UTFO.
Oh, Roxanne.
Yes. See, that kind of got me. That's back when my brother was, I was riding the car with him, whatever, and he'd play that stuff. I was like, oh, okay.
Roxanne.
That kind of what got me.
Oh, Be Your Man.
Yeah.
Roxanne.
And then, obviously, because that's when I graduated, it would be Nothing But a G Thing.
Okay, so a little Dre.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Need one more.
Nothing But a G Thing, baby.
Yeah.
Going crazy.
I don't know. I think about the third one. I got 2 out of 3. How's that? 2 out of 3. Oh no, wait. The third one would be probably Thriller, Michael Jackson.
Oh, Thriller, Michael Jackson. Yeah, Mal's an OG.
Thank you.
My OG story, I was challenged to a drink contest at a bar, a shot of Jack to the Heineken draft. Every time he reared back to do a shot, I dumped my shot in his beer. 5 rounds, I won.
Yes.
That's an OG move for sure.
100%, yes. Okay.
Yeah. That's something
right there.
That's an OG move right there. Yeah. That's how OGs do it.
Yeah.
I updated the comment. It was St. Peter's. I've only had the one golden ale. I might check out more St. Peter's though. Now that you mention it, old IPAs. Any hip hop heads in here? Best drinking hip hop songs. Oh,
okay.
Louis Logic, Factum. Louis Logic does Fact. I haven't actually heard the Louis Logic ones there, but I was an old school DJ actually back in the day. I was radio, so I played a lot of it back in the day. In fact, Cookie, my other channel is Rod J Reacts, where I do reactions. I'm actually doing a lot of UK music right now, but then I get back into doing some stuff. So maybe want to check that out. But best drinking hip hop song. See, I'm going to be more old school in some of the stuff that I would actually drink.
No diggity.
Oh,
no doubt.
No doubt. Yeah.
So Blackstreet.
I was gonna say, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of, sort of could be, I guess, hip hop-ish, but not really.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, you got Snoop with Gin and Juice. That's actually pretty good. That's back in the party scene. It's not a song about drinking, but people were drinking a lot, like Skilo. I wish I was a little bit taller. That's a good song to actually drink and
Shame on that song. I wish I was a little bit taller.
Oh, I know your last one already. It's Tub Thumper, isn't it?
That's not a hip hop song.
I know. I'm just effing with you, man.
Oh. But I have drank to it. I'm just saying.
I have too. I think everyone has.
Down, but I get up again. That's right. I get up again.
Right. I get up again. That's right.
I feel like you say that in a Dave Chappelle type voice when you say that one. Yeah, that's right.
I think you used to do most of your drinking to the Sinbad album, right? When he came out with the music album.
Sinbad had a music album?
I'm pretty sure he did, if I remember correctly.
I would say De La Soul, Me, Myself, and I would be a good hip hop song to drink too.
Yeah.
Black Sheep, The Choice Is Yours would be a good drinking one. Souls of Mischief, 93 Till Infinity.
And Tequila.
Is that a hip hop song?
I know, but it's really fun to watch you get irritated when I give you a non-hip hop song.
I would also say like Wu-Tang, Nothing to Fuck With. That's a great song to drink too. You could pound some drink, listen to that. Your head's nodding. Ice Cube, Today Was a Good Day.
Hip hop?
Huh?
Yeah,
Would you consider the Fugees hip hop, or were they?
Yeah,
pop?
Fugees are hip hop. Yeah, they're hip hop. Yeah.
Then I think some of their songs would work.
Yeah.
Who'd you say?
I said she said the Fugees, but I was saying
oh yeah. La la la.
Ice Cube, Today Was a Good Day is another one.
Oh yeah.
Straight Outta Compton, NWA.
I'm pretty sure I leaned R&B when it came to
Eazy-E, Boys in the Hood. That's a good one to drink too. Just sitting there listening to the music. Woke up quick at about noon. Just knew I had to be in Compton soon.
Day begins. Thought about bitching before my friends.
Yeah. DOC, the Formula.
And then Flagpole Sitta.
Eric B. and Rakim, Juice.
Oh no, I got a Posse on
hip hop parade, Naughty by Nature. There's a lot of hip hop songs.
That's a good one. That's a good
Posse on Broadway.
Posse on Broadway, Sir Mix-a-Lot. Yeah. Posse on Broadway. Posse up.
I love that song. It's like that thing's like booming. Crank it
I got that on vinyl here. I got that on vinyl. Tone Loc, Wild Thing.
Big Butts.
Yeah. Big Butts. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hon. Yeah.
Unless you got beers, hun. See, you misheard the lyrics. It was about drinking.
It could be. Could be.
What you call him? DJ Easy Rock and Rob. It Takes Two.
Rob Bass.
That was a lot of parties we were drinking. Yeah.
That's a good one there. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you say It Takes Two?
It takes two to make a thing go right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It takes two to make it out of sight.
Yeah.
I want to rock right now.
I want to rock right now. My bass. Get down.
Oh, Run DMC and Aerosmith. Got to put that one in there.
Walk this way. Yeah. There's a lot that you could do.
It's endless.
Notorious B.I.G. Hypnotized. That's a good one to drink too.
There you go.
Tennessee whiskey. Oh wait, no, that's wrong genre.
Close enough.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. There's a good amount of hip hop stuff you could. I mean, yeah.
Black Coffee by Dinah Washington.
I think pretty much anything by Pitbull you can drink to and just be like in a party. I swear, like I work out during lunchtime doing a treadmill and I put on a Pitbull station and I come out here like I've been fucking running Pilates or some shit. Like there's so much energy they go back and forth between Pitbull and Little John songs and it's just like you're ready to go to the club like 12:30 in the afternoon because worked out listening to the music and stuff. Like Little John, 369. Yeah, you can drink to that. Yeah. To the windows, to the walls.
Yeah.
I you talk about OG things, I may have led a contingent in singing that when I was in Dominican Republic when we went down there the first time. I can't confirm because I can't remember. But I was told the next day, I had everybody in the pool kind of going 369. Everybody pretty much rocking out to what we were drinking at the bar. Yeah.
I gotta say though, every time I hear that song, all I can think of is Sandra Bullock and Betty White dancing around a campfire to that song.
Yes.
It's stuck in my head, like Betty White going till the sweat drips down my balls, and I'm like, oh my god, Betty White just said that. I love this.
That's why Betty White's an OG. Betty White's an OG.
Oh,
she was an
is
OG.
the OG.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that woman.
But really aren't like Lil Jon and Yin Yang. They're basically just like Two Live Crew all over again. Because Two Live Crew was doing it in the 80s. They were kind of doing that same party stuff. So, which I love when they interview like Lil Jon before about how he comes up with music, and he's like, we come up with an idea, we take it to the strip club, and if the strippers dance to it, we know we got a banger. So they literally and so whenever you listen to their stuff, it's got that strip club type vibe to the music because they do take it in there and see if there's a dancers react to it.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's an excellent way to test out if your song is good. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's how Lil Jon that's what Lil Jon and Yin Yang and them would do. They make tracks, and because Atlanta, you got like the clubs down there and stuff, and the dancers loved it, and they would keep playing and playing again. Like, okay, we got a banger here. And then they would go from there.
That's fantastic. That is so smart to test it out in the strip club. Oh my god.
Yeah. Although at the club, ski, you might be careful. If you go to the club, make sure you're in a clean spot. I wouldn't say you have to bring a black light, but make sure just, you're okay.
Chew.
Somebody stole our car.
Nobody stole our car. The tow truck took it.
Oh.
Who was that celebrity at that midget throwing party with Kelly?
Howard Stern.
Touche.
Touche?
Two Chains?
Tucci.
Tucci? 2 Chains? Too short?
Stanley Tucci.
Too short.
Oh, Stanley Tucci, the ball head guy. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He was serving drinks to us behind the bar.
He's not a B actor. He's an A actor.
Oh, is he? I don't know.
Yeah, he's an A actor. He's on a lot of stuff.
Oh.
He actually has a show even on he's a show on Food Network where he travels to Italy and does stuff too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that guy was there.
That's pretty cool.
He served us.
Yeah, he served us drinks.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
The Touche man.
I didn't know that he was famous. I just thought he was a guy.
Yeah, the flash like a flash style, right? Yes, it is a nice feel to it. Unadapted, Company B, and Billie Holiday are the shit. The lady surprised me.
Unadapted. I love that you're on board with Billie Holiday, but I said the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy from Company B, which is actually an Andrews Sisters song. I
think he's just saying the song is the shit. I think he's just saying the song.
Okay, yeah. When I was reading ahead in the comments, sorry, but when I saw that, I looked up and there is a band called Company B, and it's like 3 ladies, and I was like, oh, I don't know if he meant, so. But yeah, I was talking about the Andrews Sisters, the 3 ladies who sang for World War II in the little Air Force uniforms and stuff, or World War I, two. It was 2.
So Cookie said another great beer literary parent is Cannery Row by John Steinbeck in Newcastle. Tells the story of early Monterey, California, and the character Doc is one beer-loving oceanic scientist.
Fun. I like that.
Yeah, Steinbeck. We didn't read Cannery Row. So it's funny. I was seeing something in the news earlier this week. Like all these books are being banned in different states around the country, and it's kind of crazy to think like people are banning books in 2024, right? But it's like, and it's like books like we read as classics, like To Kill a Mockingbird or The Great Gatsby, or like literary classics.
451 was about burning books.
Like Huck Finn, all these different stuff that are being burned. Tom Sawyer. And it's like, what the hell is going on with some people? But
they're a photograph of a moment in time. So take them as that, and don't panic about it. Like it's somebody's thought.
It's like people are trying to cover up what the past was. We're like, why cover it up? You have to face it to fix it.
You have to face it and learn from it and grow. Like that's just silly to just try to destroy the past. That's not how past works. It's still there.
OG song, 21st Century, Schizoid Man by King Crimson, Heart of the Sunrise by Yes and All Along the Watchtower by XTC. So the XTC All Along the Watchtower, I'm taking it was a remake of the Jimi Hendrix. I'm like, the Jimi Hendrix All Along the Watchtower, I don't even know why you would need to touch that because the Hendrix version is so good. But
yeah.
Without Your Love is my favorite from Billie Holiday, and Fascinated is my favorite from Company B. So maybe Company B, okay, so maybe that is the group he's talking about then, not the Andrews Sisters. But I remember the Andrews Sisters too. Company B, yeah. A gifted OG at Big Daddy Mojo, yeah. Tupac or Biggie? For me, it's Biggie. I mean, but
I like Biggie.
It's funny because people are like
Really?
Tupac or Biggie, like best rappers. I don't even, Tupac and Biggie aren't even my top 5.
No, but out of those two.
And then if I get to a top 10, if I go to a top 10, I probably have maybe Biggie of the two. Tupac for me is probably more top somewhere between 10 and 20. Because I feel like.
No, but that wasn't the question. It was head to head. Tupac or Biggie.
Well, no, I'm just saying. But no, I was just saying after the fact. It's Biggie for me, but then after the fact, I was just saying, like, I feel like Tupac, because of both of them dying early as they did, I feel like Tupac's a little more ahead than what I actually would give him credit for.
I appreciate Tupac as a poet, and I think he had a great message, and I think mostly great message, and he got his words out there, which was lovely. But when that question popped up, all I could think was, Biggie, 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 now can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize. I'm sorry, I just went there, and Biggie did fun songs, and I liked the fun songs.
Well, I don't know if I would call it 10 Crack Commandments a fun song, but I see where you're going.
It was fun. It was catchy. It was something you could kind of move to. Like, you didn't have to buy into everything they said. It was just, it was fun.
He was like, oh, okay, but Tupac was like, other two for me is Tupac. Now I love Biggie also. Like, I love them both, but it's like.
Yeah.
Lyrically and
the thing is, like, when I put
supportive, like Tupac for sure.
My ultimate test is like when I put stuff on, if I put on Tupac and I put on Biggie, which one am I going to probably skip songs on more? And it's going to be Tupac.
Oh, for sure. No, that's for sure. It kind of depends on. It kind of depends.
It's just like there's some stuff like
you're right.
Some of the later stuff with Tupac was like under Sugar and on Death Row. I was like, it just became a whole thing of a shell of what he was before. Like if I go back to old school Tupac when he did like Trapped and he did Brenda's Baby and all that kind of stuff, that was a different side of Tupac than what he became later on. I feel like the corporation ended up ruining him a little bit on what he could have actually been more of. Because I feel like Tupac would have been a West Coast version of Nas, and he got corrupted by Suge and them.
I mean, he was on Digital Underground before he became like Tupac.
Well, he was a dancer on Digital Underground. Yeah, he was a dancer on. Yeah,
like before he was actually like him. Like he was doing some of those songs there. Like
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I've met Shock G before. I didn't talk to Tupac, but I was there with Tupac back in the '90s at one of the things I went to for the Source magazine. Which I tell people it's kind of funny because it's him and his crew, and they all had the Thug Life shirts on, but they were all like 4'8" or whatever. Like, I don't understand who you're thugging. I mean, are the Munchkins in town, and you're taking the Munchkins out because everybody else is taller than you? So I don't know where you're going with it right now. But yeah, so, but he carried himself well from everything that I saw when I was there and stuff like that and everything, and he's got the intent. Like I said, I feel like he got pushed more into that gangster type thing under Death Row that allowed him to become something different than what he could have been in my mind. Because he could have been a West Coast Nas, is what he should have been.
Oh yeah. I mean, to me, Biggie was more gangster, I think, than Tupac was. The
question is Tupac or Biggie, and honestly, I'm pretty sure I've heard more songs from ICP than I've heard from either of them.
From who?
Insane Clown Posse. Like,
yeah, I mean, I know them, but I don't listen to them.
I listen to them more than I've probably listened to either of the other two. So
yeah, I never got. I mean, I remember them. I never got into them, but it is what it is.
The Juggalos cracked me up. I thought it was funny.
No, they had their stick and everything too. Biggie was definitely bigger as far as like artists and stuff, but yeah, no, I mean, yeah. They had their
I
circle.
didn't get into that genre as much.
Yeah. Let me see here. Got that one. What's a good beer to drink with sushi? Well, ask Mal because she had sushi burrito earlier tonight.
Yeah, I know.
So
She's home and there's sushi in the fridge for him. It's a Kolsch, a Pilsner, or something lighter. You don't want to do anything dark with the sushi. It's too delicate a flavor.
yeah, that is from Chew too. I didn't see the name there, but that's from Chew.
Yeah.
So yeah. So like when I drink, like when we get sushi, that's like the most time you'll see me drinking like a Sapporo or an Asahi or whatever because it's it goes well because it's a lighter body type
really
beer.
nice with sushi too. I know it's Chinese instead, but the flavor is beautiful. It's super delicate with the sushi.
I'm gonna call him Matthew when you see y'all in Niagara.
You definitely want a lighter body type beer so you don't overpower it.
I think it's only his mother who still calls him Matthew. I think
not anymore. Not anymore. It's not. Sorry, Chew.
I'm gonna call him Matt.
There you go. Yeah.
Definitely, Trez. I will let you know for sure.
Are we just about to end, or should I get another?
Oh, you can. Oh shit, we're 11:01.
I just opened one, but
you just opened one?
No,
I guess you
no. We can end it if you want. I'm good.
Oh shit! Why do you guys do this to me? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like,
here's the thing, though.
Rod. It's your show. It's not
whether the show stops or not, I will have one more beer tonight. So just because I'm opening one doesn't mean I have to finish it on screen. It's no biggie.
Okay. Well, you can open another one and then we'll.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I will be right back. Or actually, Chew's downstairs. He should bring me a beer.
Ring the bell. There you go.
I'm pretty sure he's listening. I hope he's listening.
Well, he's commenting about the sushi, so he should have heard that.
Should have.
Okay, I'll look up the XTC version.
I heard your horn noise downstairs. Okay, cool.
There you go. Ron, get a Pittsburgh, hit me up. You have to hit. Oh, I have to hit up. Oh, I've had Permani Brothers before. Permani is solid. I mean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's yelling up a storm downstairs. He's pissed off. He has to bring me a beer. Trez, Chew and I went to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and we found Permonti Brothers down there. And I did not know that they had stretched out to Florida. That was not something I was aware of. Food was just as good as in Pittsburgh because we had it in Pittsburgh too. But yeah, super shocked. I did not know they had stretched out to Florida.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're good.
They're great. It's delicious.
Look that up on the. What is it, Rod? Look up the
web.
Yeah, the way, yeah. I mean, going to WVU, we have Permani, and Permani is solid, and the whole history of Permani, bro. I think we talked about it on the show before, like how they made the sandwiches for truckers initially. So pretty good.
Oh, he's mad because he was trying to eat, and I called him up for a beer. Okay. All right. Todd's gone, but I will check with you guys what I'm having now. So we have Sketchbook Brewing Company, 9.7%, Brabant Belgian style dark ale. And then I have Portal Sparkling CBD water. Really? I don't want a CBD water, you weirdo. Somebody pick Sketchbook for me, please.
Well, yeah, I have to go with Sketchbook on that one. Yeah.
I don't want CBD water. Weirdo.
And then let's see here. Chew, of course, because it's Detroit. He said Eminem, of course, but Eminem wasn't in part of the equation.
Yeah, but he likes Eminem.
Emerson, that drinking contest happened at a hotel. I was on the road. I wanted no part of it. 21-year-old Canadian versus 30-year-old me. Real talk. He tricked the Canadian.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Permani Brothers, that's solid. I agree, Anderson. That's a great sandwich.
Well, this just sounds amazing. I'm excited about this beer.
Josh is like, crack out a beer, guys. Let's go.
Yes.
Josh, some of us have to work in the morning. I'm just saying.
We do. Yes, we do.
And I drank last night on the Aquanaut show.
Well, we're here for the people.
Does everyone see how pretty this glass is? Because this glass is a very pretty glass.
I need to pull you up there. Look at that. That's a nice looking glass right there.
Lovely glass. Let me turn it around so you can see the back. Get your beer on. I mean, there's nothing better than this right here.
Rod,
I'm
going to wear your shirt Saturday to represent,
Appreciate that. Yeah.
I'll take a picture and send it to you.
That's a great looking glass, and I have appreciation for everybody here too. I'm just, when I walk in.
First of all, I would like to thank the many fans throughout this country. I admit I don't look like the athlete of the day supposed to look. My belly's just a little big. My hand is just a little big. But brother, I am bad and they know I'm bad. I want you at home to know my hand is touching your hand for this gathering of the biggest body of people in this country, in this universe, all over the world now, reaching out because the love that was given me, and this time I will repay you now. Love you.
Yeah, so there you go.
So I just need to throw out their Sketchbook Brewing Company, their Belgian style dark ale that's like 9.7. Holy crackers, that is really good. Jesus
Sketchbooks
Christ.
make some good beers, AT says. So
that is beautiful. I mean, you get the Belgian. It tastes like a Belgian double, but then you get like a raisin plum thing on the end, like unexpected, and it's just roasty, toasty, malty, and a little bit of smoke. That is so pretty. I like that beer a lot.
Toasty, malty.
Roasty, toasty. Are we talking about beer still? Come on here.
George Flair, like, hey, roasty and toasty.
That is delicious, and I think it costs a lot less than $25 for a 4-pack for that other half one.
Yeah.
I got good local beer, man. I got good local beer.
That's a great thing to have.
Yeah.
That is a great thing to have there. This 10-layer coconut
is it good?
From RAR Brewing. I got to get the review up. It's pretty tasty. RAR does some pretty good stuff out of Maryland. I forgot what the RAR is for.
Is the king, would he like it?
Joe would like it, but Joe would say it's not enough coconut. I don't get enough coconut coming through. It's faint there, but Joe loves coconut. He just wants coconut. But he wants it pouring out like crazy. Yeah. And it's
he could literally climb a palm tree, pull a coconut, and chew the damn thing right off the tree and say it's not enough coconut. That's how that man is.
Well, Joe and PA Brew News, I question some of both of their palates at sometimes because they're just like, but they like what they like.
That's true.
I mean, Paul drinks the thing at 5,000 degrees, so
5,000 degrees is like, hey, Paul, you want a steak? Yeah, I'll take 10 seconds on the front and then 10 seconds on the back. I want that blood coming out of the steak. So, I want it still to be about
that sounds like a horror movie.
flip, and we're done. That's all good.
PA Brew News likes his steaks bloody.
It sounds like the next Hostel film. 10 seconds on the front, 10 seconds on the back, and all the blood comes out.
Well, one of his favorite movies is the original Night of the Living Dead. So you draw your own conclusions.
Come on, that was a good movie. It was terrible.
No, it was a good movie, but the zombies were eating people fresh. They weren't cooking them. It's just eating them fresh. That's how Paul is.
Raw as can be.
We were just sushi fans. Just they didn't like fish. That's all.
There you go.
Have you ever had that? Have you ever had like steak tartare?
I haven't. I don't like my meal to moo at me. It just upsets my palate.
I actually think I've had steak tartare. I don't remember being that bad though.
Ever haven't.
I didn't do the escargot when I had it before available, and I didn't do the the fish eggs, the caviar.
Caviar. Oh,
I didn't do that. Yeah, I didn't do caviar either.
We had to do caviar. I was in
caviar
history class, and we get extra credit to do caviar. So I was like, yeah, I could probably use that. So I did it.
Anything for extra credit, huh?
Salty as
It is salty.
Yeah.
One year when I was in college, we had a Mardi Gras celebration. They actually did make like frog legs. I didn't do the frog leg like that.
Oh, frog legs are good.
I can't mess with the frog legs. I know that That was the pitch one everybody would say. I'm like, well, give me some wings then. I'm not doing frog legs.
I mean,
No, they're
honestly,
delicious.
you would probably not know if you had like a frog leg and a wing. Like,
Yeah.
you would probably
Oh,
never
they
know.
taste really good.
I'm just like, but it's frog legs. It's frog legs. I'm not. Yeah. I'm like.
I've also eaten ostrich and emu and alligator and crocodile and.
Now I've done ostrich burgers and I've done crocodile or alligator. I've done gator balls before.
Now we got a restaurant here. It's
Not
called-
gator balls, not gator balls like Rocky Mountain oyster balls. I'm talking about gator meat deep fried into a ball.
Come on, Rod.
I haven't done the Rocky Mountain oyster either, though. I'm
I
not.
can't believe you've had crocodile testicles.
They have a restaurant here.
It's
called-
not.
And they do like ostrich and all kinds of.
Were
like,
they
all-game meat or whatever?
What are they doing? The gator balls were not the balls; they were the actual meat.
Sure. They were
Do
actual
you know
meat.
that for a fact, though, Rod? Do you know that for sure?
I'm going by what they told me as far as the meat. I mean, it was more than two. It was more than two. So I mean, that would have been a lot of gators that they would have kind of had to fill it up.
So my hometown growing up was the home of the Turkey Testicle Festival. Yes, this was an actual festival that was held every year in the hometown where I grew up at Union Station Bar, which is no longer there. There's a McDonald's there now.
Yeah.
But yeah, people would eat turkey testicles, and that was a thing that they did. And all the motorcyclists would come to our town and block up all the streets with their motorcycles and eat turkey testicles. So yes, I myself have not eaten one.
So they would test the testicles.
Yeah.
He'd do some. I don't know what kind of balls he'd eat, but he'd eat them. Shannon, what did he eat? Mountain oyster. Rocky.
Yeah, the Rocky Mountain oysters, the cow balls. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're packed with protein, but I'm gonna have to take a pass.
Hey, there's a lot of things with protein. I mean, you can have chickpeas and get protein. There's other things with protein in it.
Like they explode in your mouth. What? No, don't want those. No, I just threw that out there. I don't know. I never had them, but it's like how many licks to get to the center of a Rocky Mountain oyster? No, we don't want to know. We don't want to know.
It's okay, the owl won't let you find out. He'll chew it up in the third lick anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Joe need that palm leaves out of his ear. Joe, there's never too much coconut for Joe. Joe loves the coconut.
That's true.
What's up, Rome? Rome's in the house. Cheers, coming in through Mal's channel there too. What's up, homie?
Hi.
Frog legs. See, Rome's had frog legs. He likes them.
Frog legs are good. I like them.
Yeah. I know people that like them. I know people that eat squirrel and like squirrel too, but I'm not eating squirrel. I mean, to me, squirrel is just a country rat. It's just a country rat. It's still a rodent. It's just got it look. It's like
I have had squirrel, raccoon, and possum as well.
See, I haven't had any of that stuff. And people are like, yeah, but it's different when it's a squirrel. And I'm like, no, the squirrel just has fur. And everybody feels it's all cuddly, but it's still a rodent. You just guys are just not going to eat the rat because the rat's the rat. It doesn't have the fur and the fuzzy tail. It has a rat tail, but it's still a rodent. You still got the same meat quality. You still got the same, well, maybe not the meat quality because one's eating nuts and berries and the other one's eating trash. But either way, it's a rat and a squirrel. I'm not messing with either one of them.
Twigs and berries.
Unless I'm in Demolition Man and I come out of a deep freeze and there's no other thing there where you give me a rat burger, I'm not messing with rats. I'm just not doing it.
I just kind of like food, but yeah, I'll admit the testicle I don't feel is necessary.
Yeah.
The testicles I'm not feeling is necessary. So.
Shit. It's turned into that little bit of room. Like, yeah, we've gotten to the ball thing. Testicle festivals, wild though. Yeah, there's places that have the Rocky Mountain Oyster Festivals around the country.
Ours was every year, and I mean, our whole town of like 2,000 would be filled with motorcycles. People like passing through. Like it was always in the summer, and like they did a whole like bands and blocked off streets and the whole works, but. It was all about turkey testicles, and I don't understand why.
Literally, they went balls to the wall. We get that, but
there are so many parts of a turkey that are good to eat. Why the testicles? Why? Why is that the thing you're focusing on? There's so much turkey that's
go to a place and they
I
have
thought
the
that's not
beer.
the giblets I was thinking of. I thought giblets came from a different part, but go ahead.
So you go somewhere and they have the beer that you want the most of. Never can get before they have it, but you got to eat a Rocky Mountain oyster to get in to drink that beer. Would you or no?
No, I'm not.
You'll never have it again. Like it's off the table, one chance only, gone. No
I can
chance.
only go so far for my craft. I'm not doing the Rocky Mountain oysters.
You know, I do like trying new things, obviously with the beer and everything. I don't think eating a strange food would stop me from having a thing. So yeah, I'd go.
I think I'm with you, man. I think
I'd
I'm
go.
with you because I'm like,
I'm not used to. I'm not used to.
Never had that. So let's do it. Let's go.
You know, I had never had raw oysters before, and I thought it was going to be gross. And when I tried raw oysters, I was like, you know, that's not so bad. It was okay. I was surprised.
I don't really
It's still pretty slimy and stuff going down your throat, but
oysters. I like oysters a lot.
I mean, some women made that better than some guys on it. I don't know.
I'm not going to let fear of a food stop me from my beer. That's really the final point here. I wouldn't let fear of a food stop me from beer.
I mean, it's not the worst thing. Never mind. Never mind. I'm going to just leave it alone. I'm going to leave. I'm thinking of all the things that. Never mind. Forget.
Yeah, they do the whole fear factor thing, and they eat ants, and they eat crickets, and they eat snake. Actually, I really enjoy snake. Snake is lovely, delicious.
How
Rabbit
did you
is
have
good
snake?
too.
How did you have snake?
It's really good.
But
So
who wants snake? Like, I'm going to get some snake for dinner.
I first had it as a jerky, but later I had it just as the meat too, and it was delicious. It's really tasty.
But like, who's getting these snake? Like, there's no snake counter in Kroger. Like, who's getting the snake that you're hunting down to eat as a?
You travel a lot. You go to weird restaurants and you get things. So I had a rattlesnake and rabbit sausage at a place, and she's gonna remember where it is, and I can't. It was in Fargo.
Oh, North Dakota. Well, shit. Yes. Now you're like, well, out there, don't eat fucking anything. Yeah.
And, you know, usually it's the rattlesnake attacking us. I'm like, fuck you, rattlesnake, I got you. And it was delicious. It was really tasty. I don't know. It was lovely. So
I'm just thinking, like, who, like what? I mean, why eat snake? I don't know why you would eat snake. I'm just saying.
The jerky that I had was actually python. It wasn't rattlesnake. But, I mean, I thought it was good. I don't know.
I will say I've had cricket before.
I have too.
Yeah, you had that neighbor. You had that neighbor with the cricket thing before.
Yes, exactly. I was going to say my neighbor's sort of. I'm not sure where he's from, but he's not from here. Wherever the nail salon people are, because he owns one, so that's where he's from. I mean, seriously. I mean, he has a nail salon, so you know. But
see, I'm like,
where the nail salon people are from. Seriously, that's not a country, man.
I mean, they're all from the same country, but
are they? I don't think they are.
I mean,
are you classifying them all in one spot now? Like you're pretty much
Because I've been to Korean nail salons, I've been to Chinese nail salons, I've been to a lot of different nail salons, and they speak different languages and stuff. So I think it's multiple countries that do that.
So what does that tell you?
Well, it's all.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind the cricket. It was a little crunchy.
Bad.
No, I didn't mind the cricket. It was a little crunchy. It got stuck in my teeth though. I didn't like that.
Yeah, it's probably its legs trying to get out. Like,
no, it's dead. You eat it, you weirdo. You don't eat them alive.
Are you sure?
Some people eat live crickets.
Okay, well, I don't eat live things because ew.
Yeah. See, I'd be like, no, and they'd be like, oh, if you don't eat it, you'll offend the people. I'm like Bernie Mac. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I ain't eating it.
So, I don't know how long ago.
I'll go Bernie Mac in there.
I don't know how long ago it was or if they still do it, but there was a restaurant in Japan that was well known for their sushi. And they had a thing where you could choose a lobster out of the tank for your dinner, right? Like a lot of places do.
Like a lot of places, yeah.
Red Lobster.
But they would take the lobster to the back and they would peel off the covering on the tail. They would slice it into pieces and then bring the lobster out to you still alive while you ate it. Are you
That's
kidding?
kind of fucked up.
This thing's moving, like its little antenna are going, and you're like forking off parts of its tail while it's.
I mean, it's fresh. It's fresh, but
are you kidding? Like
it's also kind of effed up too at the same time. Like,
no,
At least you say that with an R, forking.
No.
I mean, is that worse than? Is that worse than? I mean, at least the faces of death. You killed a monkey before you eat the brains.
Actually, you know, that video of that restaurant was from the Faces of Death movies. That's where I saw that, was from the Faces of Death movies. And I was so horrified that they were eating the tail of this lobster while he's still moving. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, man. No, I'm not. And I saw the monkey one too, and I was not on board with any of that at all. I don't want to eat things that are still like looking
you're gonna eat my. I'm so like, you're gonna eat my ass. I'm right here. You're gonna eat my ass.
Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? I'm right here. Don't laugh. But you're gonna eat. Here we go.
This is messed up. I tell you. Oh, cheers, Rome.
Cheers.
Here's a Rocky Mountain. Any wrinkles?
You know, once they cook it, I have to assume the wrinkles come out, right? It's.
I don't know if you, I don't know. I mean, is it steamed? I don't know if it's steamed, boiled. I don't know if it's steamed, boiled, or fried. How's it done?
They steam the wrinkles out.
Could depend on the age too. Like, how old are they?
Is it a young bull or an old bull?
Exactly.
Who knows?
Steam only goes so far.
Oh shit!
Steam only goes so far, you know.
I was kind of hoping it was probably deep fried, but I guess not, huh? So it's probably steamed. Yeah.
No, it's probably steamed. It has to be steamed, right?
Put a coating on it. Make it look like a little potato croquet or something.
Yes.
I mean,
dip it in flour and let's go. Just cover it up.
Oh no! See, you don't understand. If you're ordering that off a menu, you don't want to be hiding what you're having. If you actively ordered that, you're not hiding anything. You're telling everybody what you're doing.
See no Diddy said I wonder, does somebody play AC/DC? Like, I got the biggest balls of them all. Like, if you get the biggest plate, like.
We've got the biggest balls of them all. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not doing Rocky Mountain always. I'm just saying. That's just, it's a personal choice. I've
never had them. Not sure I will, but.
I'm not entirely opposed to the idea. If I got a chance and I felt adventurous that day, we'd see. But
I don't know. Can't say never, but probably never.
I like trying weird food too.
Can't say never, but probably never.
yeah.
No, I'll admit the idea of eating a cockroach scares the hell out of me, but there are people that do. And
people do eat cockroach, yeah.
People who won't will not eat eel, and I love eel, especially.
I'm not a fan of eel as much. Yeah,
never had it.
When I was a kid, my dad caught one in the river behind our house, and was in the newspaper and stuff because there's not supposed to be eels in our river, and we don't know why.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be rivers. Yeah.
But
you cooked it and ate it, didn't you?
He cooked it up and ate it, and it was good. It was tasty. It was a tasty thing. It was weird, but it was good.
How did he know how to cook it? Did he get a recipe for eel from somewhere, or just went with the feel of it?
I mean, what is it to know how to cook? You toss it on the grill. What the hell?
I don't know if you grill it or you saute it. You got to marinate it. I mean, I don't know. There's different. I mean, how do you season it? How do you know how to season the eel? Did he not season? No seasoning?
He filleted it and he seasoned it with salt and pepper. He filleted it and seasoned it salt and pepper and tossed it on the grill.
Did he get Uncle Steve shake and put it on it? I don't know. I don't know what he's doing with.
Yes. There you go. Yes. Now you're talking.
It tasted really good though. It was. I remember it being tasty.
Not too rubbery or anything. It was pretty good.
No. It tasted like similar. It was
just pulling it out, stretching it.
It was similar to cod. It was flaky. It was similar to cod, it was flaky. It was really good.
Yeah, I'm not an eel fan when it comes to sushi though. It's just like I don't like the texture. It's too rubbery for me. I think when I do eel with sushi, so I don't like any of the eel type rolls.
I feel like the sea bass is more rubbery than the eel is. I don't know.
I like the sea bass. I like some Chilean sea bass.
But if you go like with the calamari or the octopus, those are super rubbery, and the eel's nowhere close to that rubbery.
You talking about the raw? You talking about the raw calamari, right? Like the raw squid, not the deep fried.
Even the cooked is still chewy.
It's a little bit, yeah. Yeah.
Depends.
I mean, I'll tear up some calamari.
Bubblegum. It's seafood bubblegum.
I never blew bubbles with calamari, but I never tried either.
Please don't try in a public space. You're gonna make a fool of yourself.
Try to blow bubbles with calamari, like you named your calamari.
Like, wait, you blew bubbles? Forget the calamari. Talk about bubbles.
Yeah. Oh shoot, yeah. Well, fun time we've had tonight for sure. So.
Oh, Chu remembered the place that we had the rattlesnake.
What'd he say?
It's in the comments.
I don't see his comment popping. Oh, it's scrolling. I gotta scroll down a little bit more. Rattlesnake wrapped in a jalapeno sauce at Worse Beer Hall in Fargo.
Beer Hall, yeah.
German.
Yeah.
It was a German place. It was fun.
I don't know Germans that hunt rattlesnake. I don't even have rattlesnakes in Germany.
Or in Fargo.
Or in Fargo.
If you're a German who lives in Fargo, you're obviously hunting rattlesnake.
I'm going to hunt rattlesnake today. Like, I don't see a German saying that. Like,
be very, very quiet.
I'm hunting rattlesnake. 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 He's very, very quiet. I'm hunting rattlesnake.
For sure, yes. There you go.
I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
Wabbit.
Oh, God.
Rattlesnake and wabbit and jalapenos.
I cook an eel like I cook an eel. But you got to skin the eel first, right? You got to skin the eel.
Well, but it just peels off like a catfish. So, I mean, it's the same as skinning a catfish.
I haven't peeled catfish before. Like, what are you like out there, frontier woman or something? Like, you've been hanging out with Vanessa? Like, you just racking shit up?
I grew up in the country, and I know how to process animals and things. I don't want to do it because I fucking hate it, but I was aware of how to do the things. I didn't like it. But like
welcome to Mouse Descaling. What you got there? Let's see what we can do.
No, that's the thing with an eel or a catfish. They don't have scales. You're not scraping off scales. You peel the skin off like you would a rabbit. It just peels right off.
I never peeled a rabbit either. I'm just saying.
I don't recommend it. It's pretty upsetting. I don't like doing it, but I have done it before.
Jeez. Come on, man.
Now I was like, yeah, I'll have your order ready. Come back in about 40 minutes. We'll be good to go.
Okay.
Like, what is like? It's like an auto dealership drop off here. Like,
you're calling BS over here, but I'll tell you what. You get with me and Vanessa at the apocalypse, and you're going to be a happy camper.
I definitely.
We don't BS nothing. Like, it's 21st century. Like, you ain't gonna do that shit now, so you know.
we got Mal and Vanessa shake and bake out there, just handling everything.
I can also change my own oil and change my own tires if I want to. If my HOA would allow me to do car repairs, I would have repaired my tires myself, but I can't. So.
Oh, and she was complaining about getting you a beer. You got everything else handled. Getting a beer is the easy thing. I know, right?
Yeah. Like, I got this.
I told you my dad raised me by himself, so he raised me how he was raised, and he was raised farm country, Midwest, and he taught me the things.
So when should we expect to see you on a loan?
We will not. We will not, because they allow you to take 10 items in your bag. And all 10 items in my bag would be beer. And I would drink through those 10 beers in the first day. And then I would call them and say, okay, I'm done. So they could come and bring me 2 beer. Because I'm sorry, that's just how it is. I wouldn't bring an axe or a fire starter or any of that BS. No, I'm bringing beer. And as soon as I drink through those 10 beers, they're coming back out there to drag my ass back to civilization. Because, fuck it.
Yeah.
Go.
Cheers, Emerson. We will see you next week, my friends.
Bye, Emerson.
See you, Emerson.
Yeah. Yeah, Alone is one show. I feel like there's Alone, and then there's like Naked and Afraid. And I'm like, I don't get Naked and Afraid. I can't. Alone when you drop you off. Naked and Afraid. Why are we dropping you off butt naked? I don't understand why you have to be butt naked out there, like running around.
He was considering signing up for that show, but they refused to blur out his face to be on screen. And well,
she's like blur my face and then show everything else. Like, no, it doesn't work that way.
It's like, oh, that's true there. I know that. I know that's true right there.
I mean, I don't know why you got to be naked and afraid.
Also, so you know.
They just put a mustache logo over his blur.
I mean, you get bit in the wrong place on Naked and Afraid, and it's just like, yeah, I need a medic. Somebody suck the poison out. Like, no, you're gonna die. I ain't sucking that poison out.
Ich jage Klapperschlangen is I'm hunting rattlesnake. That's awesome.
Ich jage Klapperschlangen.
Ich jage Klapperschlangen.
Oh, there we go. I'm hunting rattlesnake in German.
JT.
Oh, later, Emerson. Yeah. So, yeah, that's interesting. Rattlesnake. I can see the rabbit, but the rattlesnake was definitely interesting there. So
Delicious.
Sure. Yes.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Highly recommended.
I mean, I don't see it being much different than the alligator, so I can kind of see where that might be good meat there. But yeah,
well, in essence, it's the same general concept. It's all muscle, so they're a little gamey, but delicious. I mean, I love duck too because I'm not allowed to eat duck.
I've had duck. I've had duck. A little gamey, but
more greasy though than the rest of them.
Yeah,
it's very greasy. And rabbit's the same way though. Rabbit's the same way. But like when I have turkey, I only like the dark meat. On the turkey,
that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you like the dog meat.
You feel good about yourself right now?
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, you do.
Are you feeling good about yourself right now? Is that a thing you're feeling?
Everyone likes the dog meat.
Everybody likes the dog. Especially female like dark meat for sure.
You look unusually proud of yourself right now, sir.
Stop making me laugh.
Sorry, Rod. Sorry.
I couldn't stop it. Okay. You guys suck. You suck Rocky Mountain oysters.
All right, cool.
Oh, God, yeah.
Calm.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Oh,
it's like, of course you do. Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah. Bring it.
That's what she said, yeah.
Oh, she's all about the dark meat.
Yeah, baby.
But a lot of the if you're
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your cookie as well. Yeah, we every Thursday night we do this at 8 Eastern. Usually we go to about 11 or so. I say usually the goal is to 11, but we usually go over. So we'll probably wrap this up in a bit. But yeah,
that's the central time for you. Central time for you right there.
Yeah, but this is fun. This is what we do every week, just to kind of have like a happy hour beer type set and a little entertainment heading into the weekend. And then during the week, I'll have the uploads of the different beer videos and stuff taking place too. So Thirsty Thursdays. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm so ready for the weekend too. It's just like
I'm always ready for the weekend.
You shouldn't work a full week anymore. And it's just like, and I see more American companies are now starting to consider a 4-day work week, which I'm all on board with. Give me a 4-day work week. Like, let's get it done.
Honestly, when you work customer service, it's a 7-day work week. You don't get a choice. So,
not if you don't go in. You don't go in.
As a manager of customer service,
well, you're a manager. You're a manager. Well, you're a manager. So, yeah.
We used to work 4-day work weeks.
Fridays. I get messages all the time.
That was so great.
Which, if you ever go on TikTok, I don't know if you guys go on TikTok or not.
Oh, yeah.
But if you go on TikTok, there's a funny, I get a laugh out of it and stuff, but I don't know. I'm trying to see who the creator is, but there's a thing where it's like if Veronica's a customer service worker that shows up on stuff, and it's hilarious, like the different stuff she's into, and they're like, oh, we need you to kind of stay after like, for a couple hours after work. And they're like, okay, well, you're going to pay me a couple hours after work, right? And they're like, well, no, we kind of want you to be a team dedicated player. They're like, well, it didn't say that in my handbook. Like she always has like stuff that she responds back. And it's funny because it has a whole worker management type thing. They're hilarious. I'm trying to see who the creator was on them, but if you're on TikTok, like if you search for Veronica, I think you'll come across it.
There's another one on TikTok that's all about working in a restaurant, and it's one guy who plays all the roles of his whole staff in the restaurant, and I laugh so hard at this guy. He's so freaking funny. Like they told the new guy that if he got really upset, he could go into the cooler and scream and just let it all out, kind of thing. They didn't tell him not to use words because people could still hear him. So he went in there and he started screaming about all of his coworkers and all how terrible they were. Wait. And everybody heard him, and they're like even the customers were hearing and stuff. It was so funny. Oh my god. So yeah, there's one guy that does all restaurant work, and there's another lady that does. She's a hairdresser. And all of her issues dealing with people and hairdressing. And like, there's a lot of people who just kind of share stories from work that are just wonderful. I just love them so much.
Well, one of the ones I really enjoy is if you're on TikTok, it is at GM Badass.
At GM what?
Badass. GM BADASS. And so it's like a thing where every morning they give you like an affirmation type thing, where it's kind of like, hey, wake up, you motherfucker, blah, 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 and he goes through some stuff, and then at nighttime it's like, good night, you put the shit to bed, blah, blah. And it's like, it's a motivation type thing, but it's hilarious because it's all done like an adult language type thing. So I get a kick out of it because I follow it, because it's just like, it kind of gets me a little hyped up for the day, but It's pretty cool with how they actually come up with some of the stuff there.
Rod, is that Veronica customer service?
Yes. That's
Veronica and come up customer.
That's
service.
The one you want.
Or Veronica employee. So
it's one of the two there. It's like the stick figures, and that cracks me up like all the time on stuff.
Oh yes, yeah. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there on the bottom left. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just that shit is hilarious. Just like she's like, oh, we had a complaint about you from so and so, and I said, well, who complained about me? And they're like, well, we don't really want to say, well, how can I defend myself if you don't tell me who complained about me? Like, just like until you come back, I don't want to talk to you type thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty funny. My favorite virtual party. Well, thank you, JT. We always love having you here. It's always great. Well, and hopefully give our best to Liz too. I know Liz didn't chime in tonight, but hopefully she's doing well.
We had a good time hanging out with them in Chicago.
Yeah, JT and Liz, good folks, good people.
Good people, for sure.
For sure, yeah.
Well, it's good community. I mean, everybody we've met and become with friends over the years and got a chance to actually drink with. And for those of you that have asked, that follow, yeah, if I'm in your town, we can definitely look at having a beer or something like that too.
Rod, just a heads up for Ontario, though. Chu and I are bringing the Malort.
Of course you are, because that's just shit you would do because you're from Chicago.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
I've already warned the Canadians. They're aware.
Chicago handshake should not travel to another province, but okay, we'll do it anyway.
Oh, it's coming.
We had Malort at the Bad Apple, or what was that? What it's called?
Oh yeah,
Bad Apple.
Bad Apple,
yeah.
Yep.
God, every time I hear Bad Apple,
I was like, I might as well. I'm in Chicago.
You gotta.
I could almost go to Chicago just for a trip to the Bad Apple. God, I still love that fucking burger place. God,
so good. Oh God, yes.
In the tap room, we had a lovely couple stop in. They were from Wisconsin. They were on their honeymoon. And we gave them a free shot of Malort because they came to Chicago on their honeymoon. So here you go, guys.
That's not a way to appreciate them. That doesn't appreciate them. They're
they were kind about it, but they were glad they had a chaser.
Yeah.
That's what you do, man.
They're like, and this is why.
So much.
They're like, this is why we beat the Bears all the time, because they do shit like this.
I will say, whenever there's a big life change for Chew and I, either a new job or a
Cheers,
renewal
Phil.
or something
Yeah.
like that. Hi, Phil. Chew and I will always have a shot of Malort because you take the bitter with the sweet and you find a new path. So that is a thing that he and I do at home to celebrate the changes.
Howbeit, it wasn't great, but I don't think it was terrible as everybody else says.
You just haven't had enough of it yet, sugar.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah. I mean, it was one shot, so maybe not.
I think people in Chicago hate the Bears too, JT. There's a good amount of them. The way they've been playing lately.
I'm a Pittsburgh fan and choose a Tiger or a
Lions
fan. So.
Tiger, Lions, Bears, oh my. Yeah.
He's gonna yell at me.
I feel for JT. Yeah. Yeah. Was it Tigers, Lions, Bears, oh my. Yeah. What is that? Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my. Sorry.
Yeah. That was a high oh my right there. Can I get an oh my for that person?
that was the Sulu guy from the Star Trek thing.
He says, oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my. I'm sorry, my voice isn't as deep as him. He's a man.
He's a man, but it's 2024, so Chew can be Chew.
Means maybe. Sort of.
You say, oh my. Yeah. I don't have his sound effect. I'm trying to get like when he does it. He's like, that's how he does it. Like, oh my.
You sounded more like Barry White than like Sulu. Just
Barry or Beery? Beery White?
Folks, this is what I put up with every week. I'm just saying, for those of you watching. Yeah.
You invited us, man.
Yeah. Well, you're my co-host. You're my co-host.
I know you invited me to do that. That's why it caused the troubles.
Yeah.
You're always happy I was back tonight, so I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Are you though, really?
But seriously, Todd, if you don't show up next week, people are gonna think you've been killed. Just so you know. So please show up.
I'm not gonna just show up just because.
Everyone's gonna think you were killed because you were shit talking somebody.
Numbers you've never seen before the following week, but if I didn't show up next week, 2 weeks from now, it'll be amazing. Like, oh yes, let's go.
I mean, he was passing out all information about Our Lady, so I mean, they might be looking for him right now. Like.
It's funny. He's going to show up next week with a burlap sack over his head, saying, "Somebody send money."
If I'm not here, I love you guys and everybody out there. So just come find me or not, whatever. Drink a beer in my honor. It's all good.
Find me or not, whatever.
It's okay, Todd. We'll send the cat to find you.
Oh my gosh.
Let's take a shot.
Beer.
It's good for me.
Yeah.
We'll send the cat to find you.
You send the cat, he's never gonna find me, so he'll forget what he's doing.
You'd forget what he was doing too.
Well, yeah, probably, yeah.
Cats are probably the most fickle pets in the world. It's just like, leave me alone. And then they want your affection. They give an affection. They're like, leave me alone. So.
I'm not sure why
say that, but it depends.
No, one more beer. We're about to. No, you didn't have a beer. You have a hop water that you brought you or something.
Oh no! He took that downstairs. I'm still working on the Belgian.
Josh, we have to work in the morning. At least some of us do. One gets to sleep in.
Some of us just have to roll out of bed, down the hall, and then into their chair.
Whoa! No need for that.
Not mentioning names, but
It ain't me. Just so you know, it ain't me.
Shots fired.
Go across the river.
Shots fired. That's right. So even if I have to work tomorrow, I don't have to work until the afternoon. But I'm in a different industry.
I hate you guys.
Really? You're gonna just throw that out there? That's
I know, right?
Where's that bottle of tequila you were supposed to drink there, Todd?
Now nobody likes a brand.
Vodka. It was vodka.
Oh, vodka. Where's the bottle of vodka you were supposed to drink there, Todd?
Maybe. Vodka, a bottle of. You're trying to kill me, aren't you? You're trying to kill me.
We don't have to. You got people coming for you now.
I mean, I guess so. Everybody's trying to kill me. Maybe
You're
maybe
a pretty popular guy right now.
You're
I
pretty
don't know about
cool.
popular.
Let me see here.
I'll be back next month.
St. Bernardus Tokyo Watu Wit? No, nobody has St. Bernardus on here.
I mean, I have Sketchbook Brewing Company, and I held up the broccoli from other half, but I didn't hold up anything from St. Bernardus.
Me either.
Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Or broccoli. Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Some say aluminum, some say aluminium. I'm just saying.
Centrifugal, centrifugal.
I'm gonna crack another one if y'all are. Josh, stop it. Stop it, Josh. No.
Josh, I don't think I can get my husband to bring me another one, honestly.
Josh, you're a bad man.
I like it.
Cheers, Josh.
That's what we hear is like, you have one more? Yes, one more. Everybody, yes, one more. Just one more.
One more.
It's like old school. He's gonna do one. He's gonna do one more. Yeah.
The famous last words. One more.
Hey, uno más is the best line ever.
Yes.
What is the line?
Uno más.
Uno más.
Uno más, por favor.
That sketch group like the can art to the Tokyo Wit. My man. Oh, okay. So it looks pretty common to the Tokyo Wit. Yeah.
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 They have the Godzilla thing and the little helicopters and some guy. What is he doing? I don't know. Some guy about to throw like a vase at Godzilla. I don't know what he's trying to do. It looks like he's holding a little vase.
And it's like Godzilla.
And he's about to throw it at Godzilla. So who knows?
Why is Godzilla an American can though?
That's a great question.
Why is it so much bigger than the guy standing up in the mountain?
Well, the funny thing is, it's a Belgian dark ale from in Illinois.
You too, my friend.
Godzilla and I'm throwing a vase at him. I don't know what's going on with the can art, really.
Yeah, something's going on.
Can art anyway, because it's sketchbook. Like they have this whole thing, like all their coasters are blank, so you're supposed to draw on the coasters, and they post the coasters all over the walls. So like everybody comes.
But that makes sense though, because you're sketching, and
yeah,
using your artwork.
Sketches when they come in. It's the whole idea. So their can art always tends to be a little off the wall because they're sketch artists. You know, it's.
What's up, brother?
Yeah. You too, Cookies. Welcome to the channel again. And yeah, definitely we'll be back next Thursday night to be live, and uploads are coming as well. And cheers to Cookies there. Yeah. So I think we'll get ready to wrap it up here because it's 11:47 or 10:47 for Mal. But
yeah.
It's only 10:47. Let's go, guys.
I wish it was only 10:47.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller.
6'4".
Rick, where did you get that from? Is that a new thing you just got?
I got this from Target.
She made it for
wow.
She made it for
Well, you don't even need my alarm anymore.
I like your alarm better.
Wow.
That's funny.
I also got beer soap.
Beer soap?
Yeah.
When you want that smell of beer. Yeah.
It's made with beer and it smells like beer. So when you're on your morning commute after your shower, when the cop pulls you over, he's going to smell beer. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works out well. And for those of you new to the channel, like Cookies and a few of the others, just so you know, we do this every Thursday night and we have uploads, but it's all about having good fun.
No champagne or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer. No champagne or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer.
Oh, the Miller Genuine draft came in late.
He heard the bell and he came running with the beer.
He's like,
after the bell.
This is the one that Shane sent me. He sent me two. So this is from Shane in Ontario because I can't get Miller Genuine Draft.
Shane did it from 1975.
He mailed it from Canada.
From Canada, from the U.S. to Canada, back from Canada to the U.S. There we go.
Yeah, it's like the can looks like it's 45 years old.
You gotta love beer distribution. Gotta
Like
love
he heard the bell ringing and he was like, "Oh, beer time."
it. Well, that being said, we're gonna get out of here because we do need to get out of here.
Because we need to.
Some people do have to. Some people do have to work in the morning. Yeah.
Yes.
Couple of us. 2 out of 3. Yeah, somebody gets to sleep in, and we're not one of them. So
It's not really sleeping in when you've changed your whole schedule to second shift. I live on second shift. I go to bed at 2. I get up at 10 because that's what I have to do for the work that I do. So I'm just a second shifter. It's different.
That's what she does. She works third shift now, so she stays up all night long and sleeps during the day. So
Who, Shannon?
Sounds like
Oh, that's rough.
All these excuses.
But she goes in at 6:30 at night till 6:30 in the morning. So
yeah, that's rough.
They all sound like excuses to me. They're all like excuses.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
third shift is hard. I would never want to do third shift. I don't think I could pull it off. Second shift was hard enough, just switching how I sleep for that. Nah, third shift I couldn't do.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do third shift either. But right now, I'm going to end this shift. I don't even know what shift we're on.
Right? Yes.
But thanks for everybody that tuned in, and we will be back next week live again. And make sure you let us know what beers you're drinking out there. More uploads coming during the channel this week. So let me know what you guys are drinking. I'm starting to do something different with the community page where you guys will get heads up on the breweries that I'm going to be dropping beers on. And if there are beers you want me to check out, make sure you comment along those lines, and I will see what I can find. That being said, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Is that Shannon again? Is it? She didn't make it. She didn't make any appearance at all, but she's got the background stuff going on. I'm just saying. Could have made an appearance. Could have made it. People love to see Shannon, but she didn't make an appearance.
I love her yelling at the cat, though. I was dying.
Oops, she lost Todd there. There you go.
He left us.
Now I'm on the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm on the bottom, but
Started from the bottom, and I'm still there. No, anyway.
No. No.
That being said, we're going to get out of here.
Mwah.
Thanks
Good
everybody
night,
that tuned in. And I leave you with a few words from our sponsor.
Come on, beer here. Come get your beer. Come on, who wants it? Hot day, cold beer. Hey, honey, want a beer? Interest you dolls in a cocktail? This one's on me. Maybe later I can get on you. Would you like an ice cold beer? Beer? It's ladies' night. Bitches drink free. You're gonna have to check your ID, though. No, just kidding. You're old.
I don't know how you would be allowed to sell something alcoholic. You're not old enough. You're not 21.
Are you gonna buy something?
No, I'm not going to buy something, but I don't think that you're doing something against the law. Okay? So I suggest you leave.
Okay, listen, Hitler. There's no German beer here, so move along.
What a smart-ass kid you are, boy.
You need to loosen up. Have a beer. Hey, Toots, how about a beer? No, thank you. Your mouth says no, but your fat gut says yes. Hey, what's up, Julio? Want a cerveza? Hey, there's the happy couple. How about a beer?
Can I use my laundry dough?
You're obviously not using it for laundry.
I'll have to.
You should drink them both so your girlfriend looks better. Would you two young broads like a drink? Hey guys, should I pour you 3?
Yeah, that's all we need.
That'll
25 cents?
Yeah, each. I'm gonna need to see some ID though. You guys look like you barely have pubes.
Let me have a swig.
Alright. Were you in the war, sir?
Yeah, probably in World War II.
Kill any crowds?
I don't think so. If I did, I don't know it.
You were so drunk you didn't know.
There you go, man.
Head for the mountains, literally.
So how's business going?
Good.
You just started?
No, I'm serious though. Head for the mountains. Get out of here. Can I rub a little lotion on you?
No, that's okay.
Come on, seriously. Let me grease up your boobs. Boobs.
Hey, I have two children that are your age. Come on.
Do they grease up your boobs?
Oh my God.
Can I rub some lotion on you?
No, I'm all covered up.
I won't just do your shoulders. I don't mind exploring. I use the lotion on myself a lot at home. Hey ladies, can I interest you in a free bikini wax? How about you two open up and let me get in there? Will you rub some lotion on my back? Do it slow. Let's make this party last a while. Just a little right there, I guess.
You're all cranked up.
Now let me do you.
No, I didn't think so, because I'm taking my shirt on.
Alright, I guess I wouldn't want to get my hand all hairy anyways. I want to practice mouth to mouth.
No, you can't do that.
No?
No mouth to mouth, because you know why?
Mouth to anything?
Nothing. Mouth to nothing.
Come on, honey, I thought all the cold fish were in the ocean.